Hello YouTube! It's your host, your captain, the Flying Moose, back with you once again for another flight number 2 in Europe. We are here at Nice in the south of France, where we left off from the other day, and we're getting ready to go up to Dublin, flying for Ryanair today. So, before we get too far into this, let me go ahead and take a look at chat and see who all is here. I see a number of people were here quite early. I Am Banana was here absolutely first, but way early. So was Roger Jose Solis, so welcome to you. Afrin Khan was here. Let's see who else we had here. Santiago Moriarty was here. Flight Sim Smart was here super early, and now he's still here. Back again. Carlos Martin, Bruce Cumba, Diago James or Jaimes, I'm not sure how you say that. Hot Airplane is here. Nathan Graham, Tony Santos, Cloud Surfer, Future World Gamer, Phoenix Azure Gaming, Jefferson Tomlinson, One Gemini Jets, Nubble or Knubble. Rule Plays is back with us today. Tony Santos, I think I already said that actually. Justin and Justin Zuno. Let's see, and Robert Amore and Alistair McCullum. All right, and Kelsey is here as well. Go to dinner with my family for my grandma. Oh, nice. Well, good. Celebrate your grandmother's birthday. It's time with family is precious, so you want to do that, especially with your grandmother, because you don't know how long you got with them. All right. Well, wonderful. I'm glad to see you guys all here. I'm glad you guys are all back. I'm glad I'm back. And I did mention you, Flight Sim Smart. You got to keep those ears open. I mentioned you twice, actually. Alex Plays, how's it going? So, yeah, we're flying for... Why can't I hear anything? There we go. Okay, sorry. That's my stuff. I gotta keep clicked on the sim. Actually, before we get too far into this, let me get our passengers coming here. Request boarding. There we go. I don't want to wait too long for them. So, Nicholas, welcome back, sir. Yeah, so we're going to Dublin, up to Ireland today as we continue. We're a little closer to real time today than we were the other day. It's currently, I think, around 4 o'clock or so in the sim. Whereas in reality it's closer to 8 o'clock, I think, so it's about 4 hours difference. I am using the real-time weather because we're not that far off from timing. If it's way off, I don't like to use the real-time weather because it doesn't reflect, temperatures and things are such that they don't reflect. But 4 hours different isn't too different, and so we'll use real-world weather even though the time is backed up by 4 hours. So the actual METARs will work today if you guys want to look those up. That is available to you. Let's see. I'm glad that really stressed for you, Hot Airplane. Wonderful. All right. So yeah, there are. Well, there will be if there's not already. So yeah. Anyway, oh, gold on your caravan. You got to get to your settlement. What? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, whatever. Let's get the walk around done, and then we'll get in the plane and we'll start flying together. Air France regional right over here next to us. We're parked at I think this is Bravo 14 or Charlie 14. I can't remember which one. It doesn't really matter though. So anyway. All right, so let's start with the walk around. We've got our nose gear is looking here. We've got good tires. The light looks good. No hydraulic leaks. The nose gear all looks good. The air access panels here are closed and locked. We got our pitot covers on here, so we're going to take those off, and the angle of attack indicator right there. Nose cone and radome look good and clear. Baggage guys getting ready to load us up there. We are using ground power again today. I like how the ground... Oh, I guess that's from the... Yeah, okay. I was just going to say, this says Air France, that says Ryanair. That's because this is part of the plane, and this is GSX. So we do have ground power on. The pitot cover's there. We've got our static ports all look good right there. Make sure we're not going to get run over by a baggage cart. We'll walk around this guy. Hello, sir. How are you doing? I guess I'm a little short. That's closer in height. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Wing route and landing lights all look good. I love the paint scheme on this thing. The yellow and the blue just looks really good together. Let's see here. Fan blades on engine number 2 all look good and clear. No problems there. Pylon looks nice and secure attached. The leading edge of the wing all looking good. I haven't really been up at the cockpit yet, so those nav lights are not on. I'll turn those on once I get in the cockpit. It is a clear day here in South France. Absolutely beautiful. Sun is shining bright, getting ready to go down. And as we come around the back of the wing, trailing edge of the wing, looking good. All the control surfaces are up as they should be. We've got the backside exhaust of the engine. Number 2 looks clear. Brakes, tires, and strut look good. No leaks. And now I think I thought I heard the baggage carts. Oh, they're near. There they are. They're near. I can hear the firefighting heavy aircraft off in the background. In real life out here, we've got a fire up in the hills that they've been firebombing for the last 3 days, so they're taking off every so often. It's great plane spotting here right now. Alright, let's see. The vertical and horizontal stabilizers are looking good, no problems there. APU is clear, although not running at the moment. Yeah, it looks really good in the sunlight side. Oh man, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ryanair, well done, your paint scheme. That's all I gotta say. Alright, coming around here, we've got there's another static port back here or something. What is that? Nope, that's something else, I think. Encrypted Pilot, how's it going? Kramer, how's it going? Welcome back, guys. Good to see you. Alright, got the wheels, tires, and brakes. Looking good here. Strut looks good, no leaks. Exhaust port of the engine number 1 looks clear. Trailing edge of the left wing looks good. All the surfaces, control surfaces are up as they should be. Nice looking winglet there. The blue looks better. I would have done blue on both sides, but that's just me. I didn't paint this. And leading edge wing looks good. Check our engine here. Looks like fan blades are in good condition, and that light looks like it's on. It's just actually reflecting the sun because it's not on. Oh, it's kind of cool. And we've got our static port over here and up there. Alright, the aircraft looks like it's in good condition. It's good to fly, so we're going to head on board and get her ready to fly. Alright. No, the flaps are always up at the gate. I've never seen the flaps down at the gate. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Our pushback guy is always Juan, even in French. I guess Don Juan. Juan would be French, yeah. So Juan works here. Anyway. Let's see here. I'm just check chat here again real quick and see if I'm missing anybody. I think I said hi to Future World Gamer. Debbie, did I say hi to you? I don't remember. NightBot is an automatic thing that I have set, so it just automatically times in occasionally once it sees chat going on, and then can obviously do things at your request that I pre-program in, such as route and whereismoose and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, which I like better, Embraer or Bombardier? I have more experience. Probably with Bombardier, so I'm probably going to say that for no other reason than that. So yeah. Let's see. Flight crew. Oh, Connor Quigley, hello. Proxy, time doesn't do anything, so you can try all you want. It is 16:27 Zulu. Sorry, I got the Zulu time wrong on the chat or the notification. I realized I went 2 hours back instead of 2 hours forward to make military time. So my apologies for that. It should have been not 1700 Zulu. It should have been let's see, 2100 Zulu. I think is what it should have been. Yeah. So my bad. The Pacific time was right. The other one was wrong. So for those of you that has weirded out and whatever, hopefully you can do time conversion and figure that out on your own. Apologies. Okay. Let's get this guy booted up here. Let's turn on the IRSs. Check our leading edge device. I'm going to turn the dome light on there. So that's done. Yaw damper can go on. These are on both, as they should be. Source to auto and normal. Check crossfeed. Valve open, transition. Valve open light. Transition. Closed. Correct. Fuel pumps should be all off. I don't know why those are on. Let's see. Turn the utilities and passenger systems on. Ground power is currently engaged. As you can see, bus transfer is off. Coming back up here, turn the panel lights on. Arm the emergency lights. Turn on seatbelt signs. Window heat 2 on. Pitos will stay for the time being. That will stay for the time being. And that's good there. Trim air is on. Recircs are on. Packs are off. We'll have to remember to turn those on this time. We screwed that one up last time. So that's set to auto. We'll get our flight levels and stuff in a second here. Position lights to steady. And we'll turn the logo light on. Because it's evening. And while we're on this side, let's do a quick check of the stall warnings and the overspeeds. That's all good. Those are aligning nicely. Coming down here, we'll check our oxygen. There we go. Oxygen test is good. Go ahead and turn on our main panel lights there. I don't need the backlighting just yet, so we're going to leave that alone. Kill the thing there. We're going to do a light test. And we're just looking to make sure all of our lights and displays are working as they should. And I don't see any lights out, so it looks like that is a good test. So we'll go ahead and turn that back to bright. Cycle that back down. Alright. Good deal. So we come down here, we'll go ahead and get our IRS aligned. Back up. Boom. There we go. We are at LFMN at the moment. There's our reference. And we'll set the rest of that up in a second. Coming down here, we're going to go ahead and run the test on the TCAS. And we're going to pick an arbitrary number because we're not using air traffic control. TCAS test is running nicely.
TCAS test pass.
Wonderful. And that little ding that you heard means the loading, the boarding of the passengers is done. And it looks like the boarding of the baggage is done as well, so that's good. And so, yeah. So we'll close that up in just a second. Alright. Yeah, the NightBot has the current route, so we're going to go over that in the briefing. Flaming Chris, how's it going, man? You hit 68 subs. That is awesome. Well done. It just keeps on coming. That's awesome. Crypt is going to be on Teamspeak later. Alright, that's fun. Let's see, what else did I miss here? This is Steam Edition. I have Box Edition as well, but for streaming, the Steam Edition works a little better well, it works better for using a second screen, let's put it that way. So, yeah. Yeah, you gotta spell hardware correctly. The gamer space, nice. You'll be flying over South Wales. Maybe just a bit. We'll go. In fact, we'll go look at the map here. Actually, I'll do that right now, since that question is fresh in my mind. So here's Sim Brief. This is what we're doing today. Here's our flight plan. So we're going to be 340 today. Destination Dublin. I need to. What is that? I don't remember. I'll put hover over. It'll tell me. But this is our routing today. The Bado 6 Zulu, and then all of these points, and the Vadar 1 Lima is the arrival into Dublin. Airtime's about 2 hours and 30 minutes, roughly speaking. So, just so you guys are aware of that. Our reserve fuel today is going to be 6.7 with the alternate in reserve right there. And the map is down here. Oh, that's right. It's not going to hover over for me. Maybe I can figure it out based on where it is. Okay, so here's our route. Down here in southern France. We're going to go up here, right over around, this is actually over by Paris, kind of, ish. Head out over the opening to the English Channel, and then up, and just kind of skirting England a little bit. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say Wales is kind of this region here. I may be wrong on that. I'm not 100% on my English or British or UK geography, but I believe it's somewhere there. So if you mean we're skirting that, and that is Wales, then yeah, fine. And then we're coming up here into our into Dublin up here. So looking at the weather, we do have some interesting stuff going on up in here. So so that'll be fun. It doesn't look like it's anything that we're going to have to be afraid of, but oh, okay. Anyway, and then we should be clear into Dublin. So weather landing should be fine, and that's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. Wonderful, Robert. Thank you for that. I'm glad I know where Wales is. Apparently, all right. Pembrokeshire. Okay, cool. Or Pembrokeshire, I guess would be the more correct way to say it. You can tell I'm American. Pembrokeshire. The Shire. Okay. If your V1 calls are not working, try checking in the FMS under the setup stuff, because you can turn those on and off. I think that's done in there. I know the altitude callouts are in there. I would assume the V1 stuff is in there as well, but yeah. Kramer, I work at a church, Campus Bible Church in Fresno, California. I'm a facility manager. Something else about the... Have you heard of Swiss retiring most of their fleet? I have not. That seems like, unless Swiss Air is going out of business, I don't know why they'd be retiring most of their fleet. Now, retiring old fleet and replacing with new fleet, that makes sense. But retiring most of their fleet and just leaving it at that doesn't make much sense. Unless, of course, they're scaling their operations way back, which that could be, and that is a little sad. But charts and maps and stuff like that is SimBrief and Navigraph. That's what I use for that. Navigraph is a paid subscription. SimBrief is free, but I use them in conjunction for the. I use the charts from the. You can get a lot of charts and stuff, especially for the U.S. anyway, from SkyVector. But I like just having the consistency of Navigraph, and it's only like $9 a month. So why not? I am not a real pilot. No, I am. I have done real piloting, but it's been a long time. But I am I am a facility manager in real life. So, anywho, all right. Song and Ted. Yeah, I remember Song and Ted. Yeah, Song is Delta. Ted was United's little shuttle stuff. Yeah. Yes, you can fly. I can fly Southwest in the U.S. And I have done that. So, yeah. Leaf, how's it going, man? Yeah. Okay. All right, anyway, let's the FMS setup. Route from here to there. Dublin is EIDW. We are flight RYR 1959. 1959. Alright, departure arrival. We are departing on 22 right today. We're going to be taking the, and I put the SimBrief thing away, that was dumb. That was dumb. Alright. There we go. The Bado 6 Zulu. That guy right there. No transition. Alright, so back to route. Next. And that goes to Badod, yep. Uniform Zulu 12. Uniform Zulu 12. That should be an airway. Yes, it is. To BULOL. BULOL. To UM733. Or via UM733. And that's going to take us to Chabby. C-H-A-B-Y. Yeah. Why? Because I gotta. UH-10. UH-10. And that takes us to AMODO. AMODO. Let's see. UM729. 729. To Resme. I feel like we've hit Resme on our way down here. Resme. It's I, right? Yeah. Down to UN 491. 491. To LGO. LGO. Whoa. Hold on. UN 491 to LGL. Why is that a discontinuity? I have the updated air rack data. What's going on here? Well, that's not good. Huh. Alright, well, let's do this. Oh, actually, I don't know if this works. Let me stand by. Stand by. Do. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. Alright, so where's LGL? Do. Let's CAD. For all I know, that's over here. It's Jersey. Oh, there it is. Langle. Alright. UN, what is it, 491? Yeah, UN 491 goes right into LGL. Why is that a thing? Alright, let's try this. DITAL is the fix right before it. So let's try that. DITAL. Right? Yeah. There we go. Alright. So you can see what I did here, guys. So this is Sky Vector. So basically what I did is I found LGL, which is L'Aigle, however you say that in French. I'm not French. So here's UN 491 right here, and goes right smack dab into it. So it should be fine. I don't know why it was not. But right here is a fix right before it. Unless this is, you know what, maybe that's the end of UN 491, and this technically is now UN 502. That may be what happened there. No, because there's UN 491 right there. So yeah, shouldn't have been a problem, but apparently it was. So we just put in Dittel right there as the last fix for that route, so it ends there, and then we go from there direct to Langle, and then from there we'll move on. So just the kind of things we can do because, you know, we can do that. All right. I have P3D, but I don't have it ready to go for this yet. So APU bearings went out, scrubbed the whole thing. APU's not even running. Alright, yeah, the flight attendants absolutely have arrived. They're in the back with the passengers, because they're all there. IDK Bossy, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Alright. Steak and potato. Kramer knows me well. Alright, LGL. What did I do with SimBrief? Oh, it was on that one. That's why I don't see it anymore. Okay. So from LGL, UN 502. UN 502. There we go. To MUREL. MUREL. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops, that's my bad this time. What if I did that last time and I didn't realize it? Is it possible I did that? Yeah. No, at this point it doesn't like it. Alright, so, yeah, maybe I didn't. Okay, whatever. UN 864. If that's what I did, I'm going to feel really stupid. I'll have to go back and watch this video later and go, oh yeah, I was a moron. Okay. It happens. Salco. And then UN 546. UN 546. And that goes to STU. STU. Next page. We're almost there. UM17. UM17. And that's going to Vatry. 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 And from there, whoops, we go to our arrival. And we're supposed to be arriving, we're expecting ILS 28. And we are taking the Vatral 1 Lima. Back to route. Vatry, Vatral 1, there it is. Activate, execute. Perfinet. Zero fuel weight today is 132.3. We have 23.7 thousand pounds of fuel on board. Reserves, I think I said was 6.7, I believe, if I recall that correctly. Cost, I know Ryanair probably uses a much lower cost as their budget airline, but I use 80 for my flight planning, so deal it. Deal with it, Kramer. It's flight planning. It's part of the deal. 340 is where we're going. Some people love to see this because they want to know how this works. Check out our routing. That's fun. Let's see here. Transition altitude in France is 5,000. I'm going to execute that. And we'll limit. And runway's not that long today, so I'm going to derate. I'm going to derate to 1 and climb 1. It's long enough, but we'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. Takeoff today will be flaps 5. V speeds. The runway's dry today, so we can leave that be. Center of gravity. Trim 5.5. 152 is our V2, so we're going to set 152 plus 15. Which is 167. And here she blows. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at my departure and prepare for the departure brief. So give me just a moment. Even if Tim is not here, I'm going to try and do this right. Alright, so looking at our SID for... Oh gosh, it's all weird here. Initial climb, 22 left to right. Let's see here. No, none of that is correct. According to that, anyway. Okay. Try that one. That looks more like it. 60, there we go, okay. That's interesting that they want you to be... That is very interesting, actually. But I guess it works because of where you're coming from. Okay. Let's get our ATIS here real quick.
Airport information, Lima, 164680, wind 248 at 7, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions clear, temperature 2.11, altimeter 2977, visual runway 22 right and visual runway 22 left in use, landing and departing runway 22 right and runway 22 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back full short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact US Lima.
Okay, got our ATIS. And let's see. Figure out how we're texting to our runway. Basically, we're going to be taking Sierra to Tango to Uniform, looks like. To J1. Sierra Tango Uniform J1. Takeoff is 5. Departure is Bado 6 Zulu 6 and okie dokie. Wow, so nice I can see it. Alright, here we go. We're just about to go. So, we're going to do our departure briefing right now. So, we are flying Ryanair 1959. We have 152 passengers on board. They are all loaded up, and we're going to close the doors here in just a second. Weather here in Dublin, winds are out of 248 for 7. So, just a little bit off the runway heading there, a slight crosswind from the right-hand side. Altimeter is 2977, so let's set that here right now real quick. 29... Oops, this will be the right way. There we go. 2977. 2977, temperature's 23, dew point's 11, the sky is clear, and conditions are dry. So we're going to be taking off on runway 22 right. It is a dry runway. We're going to be getting there via taxiway Sierra, Tango, Uniform, and then Juliet 1 taxiway. It'll be a Flaps 5 departure. I'll be doing the takeoff, obviously. We'll be using Toga. We'll be taking the Bato 6 Zulu departure, which basically means we need to climb out on heading 223 until we get to Mike November 221 fix, which is right here. You can see on the ND. At that point, we make a turn to 148 to Mike November 223, and from there we turn again left again. Look at this backwards. To heading 103 to Mike November 246, then left to heading 68 to Mike November 248, and then over down to, we're going to turn toward the November India Zulu VOR, and we need to be below 10,000 feet at that point. There are no other altitude or speed restrictions on the departure, and 10,000 is set in the window for that. Once we pass November India Zulu, then we climb to assigned flight level, which for us is going to be 340 today, and continue on toward our destination. Alright, so that is going to be our departure. MSA in the area is, it's for our departure out, it's going to be about 3,100 minimum safe altitude. It's actually a little bit lower than that because we go out over the ocean to 30. We'll use 31 as our reference. And then once we start in toward November India Zulu, back into the coast there, right about the 10 mile out from the airport point, there is minimum safe altitude of 10,700. So we're in a little bit of a canyon right there when we get to November India Zulu, but we'll be at 10,000. We'll be climbing up after that, so we should be okay. And that's for the departure. So that's all good to go. Epic Gamer, you can chat. You just did. If you're referring to TeamSpeak, I don't turn that on until we get into cruise, because it's easier not hearing people say things in my ear when I'm at this stage. So this is FSX, and you don't need a controller. You can use the keyboard, but it's easier with flight controllers and stuff like that. All right. Yes, this is Nice, and anyway. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and close our doors and get out of here. So boarding's all complete, so let's go push back to departure. We're going to turn the nose to the right. Whoops. I think I picked the wrong one. Oh well, if it did, then... let's see. Sections, doors, close, close, close. And we need to start the APU.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Launching gear.
Turn on the pump for that. We'll get the jetway out of here. Hit our brakes for taking the chocks away. Ground connections. And turn on beacon. Set 340 here. Sat on the, oh, as in satisfactory, or what is that? What do you mean by sat, Tim? Please don't be a bomb. Oh. Turn the overhead light off. Is our APU up yet? Yes, it is. Alright, switch to APU. And we're going to leave the packs off because we need it for engine start. So at this point we can disconnect the ground power and the ground air, pitot covers off, and remove the chocks. As opposed to unset. Okay, excellent. Welcome back, by the way, Tim. Alright, FMC. that's right. They were waiting for the chocks to be removed. Set this to 223. Now we'll turn flight director on. That's the auto throttle.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Alright, we're ready for engine start, so we'll go ahead and turn our fuel pumps on. And packs are off. We've got bleed air going, that's good. That's set to auto. I think that used to be an open, actually. And ground start Formula. And turning, oh, sorry, ground start 2 rather. Alright, fuel on. Yes, absolutely, Tim. Absolutely. Oh, good. I did have it set it the right way. I thought I got it.
East round. Air France 6229er, ready to copy IFR clearance to board the Air France 6229er is cleared to board the airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain altitude 10,000.
Why would I taxi full throttle? That's called takeoff.
175 squawk 2236. Air France 6229er cleared to board the airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain altitude 10,000. Departure on 124.
Starter cut out, so we'll go ahead and start number 1.
Air France 6229, correct. Contact ground on 171.775.
Parking brake set. Did I set 233? I said 223. I did set 233. Good call. I meant 223. I said 223, I thought. Maybe not. Captain Callison, hello, sir. I am not anything near a pro pilot, no. Tim is a pro pilot because he's an actual pilot. But, I am an armchair pilot at best. Let's go into transponder mode here.
Air France 6229er.
Alright, we got 2 good starts. Let's go ahead and switch to generators.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Packs on this time. Switch that to auto. We'll turn that off. We don't want the dual bleed. Belts are on. Seatbelt signs are on. Good, good, good. And taxi. Lights coming on. APU to off. Wonderful. Flaps to 5. Auto brake RTO. And trim needs to be set to 5.5. That's right about there. Alright. Trim set, flaps down. I don't think I can check the flight controls per se this one again because of the way they did it. I don't understand that. It's annoying. I didn't figure out why that is, but whatever. So we'll move them around, make sure they seem to work. We will hit this just to get that out of the way now, because I always forget to do that. That way it doesn't lock me when I hit the brakes the first time. Alright. Let's head out to the runway. Alright, got 44 people watching. This is a good time, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button down. Let's get those likes up for this video. I'd really appreciate that very, very much. J-Man, that's awesome. Thank you. You'll get it eventually. Yes, we're getting ready to take off, Epic Gamer. We are getting ready to take off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Ryanair Flight 1959 from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. Flight time today is about 2.5 hours. Weather out of Nice is clear. We may have some bumpy weather en route, but other than that, we should have pretty smooth flying today. We'll get to your destination in Dublin just as soon as we can. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for takeoff at this time. As Air France cuts us off. How rude. I'm going this way. Maybe I'm not. It said this was Tango. That's a parking space. Dumb sign. Oh, this is... Wait, am I about to get cut off? No, okay, good. Well, you put that taxiway sign where you did. It was very deceiving. This is Flight Simulator X FSX Steam Edition. It's not a team stream, it's just a stream. I will have Teamspeak on in a moment. Once we get up to altitude, we'll turn that on. Opinions on having a co-pilot? What does that mean? What am I like? I would love a co-pilot. That'd be great. I'd actually love Tim to be my co-pilot, or me to be his, one or the other. But yeah. Ryanair pilots have a reputation for bad landings. I've never flown them, so I have no idea. Yeah, it's true. That is true. Like I said, you don't need another controller besides the mouse and keyboard to do this, but it helps greatly. So, yeah, Juan did a great job, actually. I'm using a yoke and pedals and throttles because it really helps and adds the realism. I flew with the keyboard years ago before I had this stuff. I can't imagine going back, but, so yeah. Do you need them? No. Are they great helps and should you have them? Yes. Let's put it that way. Alright, Flight Sim Smart. Well, don't say that, hot airplane. By saying it, you're going to invite them. That's just how it happens. Contribute to the conversation and you will get your shout out. Just put it that way. Where's that Air France? Run away. Probably took a shortened or something. I don't know where he went. Go figure. Go figure. Oh, flying from pilot. Nice. That's awesome. Good for you, man. Yeah, the issue with having a co-pilot is getting that to work with aircraft in the sim. It's the desire to do it is, of course, there. It's more of an issue of can I make it work. So. Let's go on to TARA. Traffic. Get on the runway. What counts the contribution stage? Well, in other words, just jumping on here and saying, give me a shout out does not contribute. So, asking questions and making comments and things like that, that's conversation. It's called life. I think, well, I was going to, now I can't hold my tongue. I almost said it, you should know what that is just from living, but this generation doesn't necessarily because they're just on their phones all the time. Okay. Rant over. Alright, here we go. Landing lights are on. Flaps are 5. And trim is set. Let's get moving. Toga. We're off to Dublin. The Emerald Isle. Ready to gear up. Oh well. We'll survive. It's called flying. Goodbye, France. I'm sure we'll be back. Thrust. Start our turn here. Flaps. Flaps up. I can usually arm VNav below, oh sorry, no, I can arm LNav below 400, you're right. VNav I can't kick in until above 400 AGL. But I think because I waited or something, it couldn't work on the arm LNav either. I guess. Maybe let me do it now. Oh, there we go. I think you can I've armed LNav on the ground before, so I think if you don't wait until the ground, then you gotta wait till 400. I guess. Turn gear off. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a nice milestone to hit the 2K mark. And there's transition altitude, so we'll set standard. Donegal, huh? I've actually never heard of that one, but I will look that up. In fact, do me a favor, post that either on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or in the comments of the video when this is done, so I remember that, because the chat will go away and I will not remember, I'm sure. So, but it'd be great to do that. It sounds interesting. Remember, our only altitude restriction is 10,000 feet at November India Zulu. Going up here until we hit 10,000. Epic Gamer, yeah, it is a little difficult because you're using click buttons to do what should be fluid motions. It's like driving a car with your keyboard. It's the same kind of principle, although now you have 3 dimensions to worry about instead of 2. The car goes left and right, forward and back. An airplane goes forward, back, left, right, up, and down. So yeah, it is going to be harder. Can you do it? Yes. Is it ideal? Absolutely not. That's what I was trying to get across. Sorry if I don't see, especially on takeoff, guys, if I don't see your chat, it's because I'm only glancing at it occasionally because I'm trying to fly the airplane. I prefer not to be one of those simmers that gets 400 feet AGL and hits the autopilot. That's boring. So I like to fly the airplane at least for a little bit. So there's 10,000. Now that we're holding that, I think I will go ahead and engage the autopilot. Here is southern France, where we just left. So we swing it around. Yeah, if you want to be really, accurate, then yeah, get a joystick for flying the Airbus aircraft, get a yoke for flying the Boeing aircraft. Or if you're flying smaller aircraft like Cessna and stuff, you'd use a yoke. A Baron uses a yoke. Certain other personal aircraft will use a stick. It just depends. The middle positional gear is off, and I'll let Tim can probably explain better what that is doing exactly. From my understanding, it's basically just cutting off the once the gear is up and locked, it cuts off the hydraulics to the gear and moves to items. Tim can clarify if that is correct. Tim, where'd you find that thing? That's cool. The 737 waterfall. That's awesome. Yeah, see, again, that Tim will have to answer as to what the advantage of doing that is. To go above 10,000 here in a moment, so well, yeah, you can use a joystick on a 747 or anything in flight sim if you want the realism of what you'd be using more likely on that aircraft. Get a yoke, but a lot of people will fly just in general with a joystick or yoke either way. Alright, we're past the 10,000 restriction, so we're going up to our 34,000 altitude. What's it, 35, 25, like that. Up and away! And now we're flying above 10, we'll go ahead and turn the landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Wonderful. Up and away. Oh, TBM. I've seen, what's his name? Stevo Knievo. I think that's how I say his name, but YouTubers down in Florida flies the TBM one. It's a nice little aircraft. Packs are on this time, Tim. Packs are on. Packs are on, bleeds are on. Passengers are breathing this time. Made sure of it this time. Thanks for checking. Center tank here fairly quickly, and then we'll turn those center tank pumps off. We got a little bit of turbulence over the mountains here, as to be expected. storming us off to the side here. I don't see anything in the weather yet. There's no looking time. Use that a little bit. Yep, it was on. I didn't have the range set very high, but yeah, there. So we got some stuff going up. Looks like we're going to dodge through it at least for now. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Got some little pockets of stuff as we saw in our weather report. No, this is FSX, Steam Edition. Yeah, so guys, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get that up. Trying to get to 2,500 subs. We're at just over 2,000 now, so let's keep that coming in. Oh, and by the way, someone asked, Jason Locke, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Do we become an automatic mod? Well, you're already a mod, Kramer, so maybe. Maybe I'll make you a mod if you donate. Of course, if you donate, I make you a mod, and you start to act stupid, I'll unmod you, but I'll keep your money. But Kramer, you already sent me a mod. So anyway, I was gonna say people were asking about how some of the streamers have the what do you call it? The speed and heading and altitude and stuff automatically registering on the stream. I figured out how to do it. Thanks to Captain Mike, who's another YouTuber. So look him up. He's a good guy. Captain Mike, CPT Mike, I believe. He told me about a program. It's an app called oh shoot, I forget what it's called. I just got it the other day, and it's on the desktop, so I can't see it. I don't have it configured yet because I have to do stuff with OBS now. But it's Fly something. Fly Live. That's it. Fly Live, and it will take all that information. It constantly updates a text document that OBS can read on the fly and update. So coming soon, we will do that. This looks like one of those pockets. I saw lightning come out of that. We're supposed to be going kind of skirting it, so, which is the saddest looking thunderhead I've ever seen, quite frankly. But man, look at this. The sky has the measles. We have to do some interesting flying here. Of course, as we continue to climb up too, we may climb above some point. So we'll see. Yeah, we're still climbing. We're just passing 19,500 feet. So, yeah, face cam will be coming someday, hopefully soon. I think what I'd like to do is get the second computer up before I do the face cam, because I think I'm already kind of at a max point for things running on the one computer while running Flight Sim. So I think that will be part of that deal, would be my guess. No promises on that, but probably. So that's going to be the next big purchase, is to upgrade the existing computer. I'll use the guts from the existing to build the second computer. That'll be the streaming PC, and that'll hopefully improve some frame rates, because then the gaming PC won't be doing the streaming, and I won't have to work as hard. Right now, we're just streamed on YouTube. I will eventually do Twitch, but I'm not there yet. So right now, just... yeah, we're not going to trim seatbelt signs off until we know we're going to be clear of some of this weather here. If it gets bumpy all of a sudden, I don't want to have the passengers flying around the cabin. So I'm going to hold off on turning the seatbelts off for the moment. So hang tight, wait for your snacks. Climb up to the atmosphere. Up through the atmosphere. Up where the air is clear. Sorry, Mary Poppins. Couldn't be helped. Yes, that was like, yeah, you did. Every once in a while, you get a little preview. I'm sure it sounds fantastic on the mic here. Does it? you. Yeah, the graphics aren't stock FSX. The textures are a combination of Rex and FTX Global, and then the weather injection is Sky Next. Let's pull up the progress page here for you guys on ETA. So we got 863 miles to go. ETA is 1921 Zulu. It is currently 1719. So we're looking at right about 2 hours dead from right now. I know I shouldn't have said dead. Before Tim corrects me. Oh, we're getting up high enough. Let's go ahead and get some Teamspeak going. I forgot. That's a big violation. We are well high enough to deal with noise abatement, but that's hilarious. Love it. All right, Teamspeak coming online. Yeah, not now. Connected, and live stream. We'll be back in 3.
Channel switched.
All right, so Teamspeak is up. Live stream room 3. Captain Tim, hello. I see you're here.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
So now I have to stop singing because then Tim would just tell me to shut up. So.
Yeah, that's not sad.
Oh, well played, sir. Well played. Mr. Ike, welcome to Teamspeak, sir. See how long it takes him to get his mic set up this time. Patrick Luke.
Not that long.
Yeah, much better. That was good time this time. Patrick Luke, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Guys, once again, if you have not hit that subscribe button already, hit that subscribe button, obviously, and hit that like button, please. And again, if you guys have suggestions for where you want me to go in Europe, you can let me know now, but I would ask that you also put that either in Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or on the comments of this video, or any of the other videos recently, after the stream is done, so that I remember what you said, so I can make it. I've already got a request for Amsterdam, Schiphol, so we'll be going there. We're going to Dublin today. Not sure where we're going to go from Dublin to tomorrow, so there's still time to make suggestions for that one even. I might take you up on it. Randy, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. By the way, that's an excellent way to get a shout out. If you subscribe, your name will pop up, and not only will your name be forever emblazoned on YouTube, but I will then welcome you personally. Connor Beardmore donated $1. Well, thank you so much, sir. You are definitely flying in first class today, although Ryanair doesn't technically have first class. It's all single class. But you can sit up in the jump seat with me. We're in Europe. I can do that.
Right.
So, okay, let me clarify the request. So, we're in Europe. We're not flying back to America or in America at the moment. So, if you are making requests of stuff in North America, it's not going to be a while. It's going to be a while before I get to that. So, I would urge you to give your request for somewhere in Europe or the Middle East or something like that. Even North Africa would be acceptable at this point. So. What are the ports on the dashboard in front of you to the left? Ports on the dashboard? What ports? You're talking about, oh, you're talking about this? This is a mic port, I'm assuming for like a PA type thing, I would guess. I don't think they're headset microphones like that. This is an air conditioning vent, that's not a port. Those are you referring to? That's a button, it's not a port, so that's not a port. Alright, Egypt. Kramer says Egypt. Kramer also says Russia. I'm waiting for someone just to say Europe.
Hey Moose, why don't you fly to Europe?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, would you be willing to do a flight back to Heathrow?
Yeah.
You should do Schiphol to Heathrow.
Oh, a little short a little short hop. Maybe we'll do that as part of a multi-leg, because I like doing those occasionally where we fly in somewhere and then just start right back up and go somewhere else. Connor, thank you for subscribing. I see you donated before you even subscribed, but you get your name said twice that way, so well done, sir. Definitely
Did you pick up the CRJ?
I have not yet, no. No, I'm still waiting on that one. I probably will though. I've got some cash to do that with, so probably the next few weeks.
I'm suspecting Dublin to Innsbruck.
Dublin to Innsbruck. Oh, that's a very interesting suggestion. Innsbruck's a fun one. Nick Chen, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Someone said, Captain Carlson said Baghdad. Okay. That's definitely Middle East. Brian Gran, welcome to the stream. Fly to Australia. Yeah, no, that's a little far away for right now. I'm not, I'm not going that far right now. The first
that's
one,
Eastern Europe, isn't it?
That's way Eastern Europe. If you want to Southeast Europe.
What about?
Singapore would be in the same boat as Australia, as far as I'm concerned. Basically, I think as far as we're going to go for the Europe time until we're ready to leave Europe, will probably be the Middle East, as far east, Middle East and Western Russia, Ukraine area, stuff like that would be my guess.
But wasn't there a request for Scandinavian countries?
Yes, there was, and we'll definitely be going up there. Timo, thank you for subscribing, or Timo, however you say your name, welcome. Yeah, there was a request for Scandinavian. I've had a couple requests for Sweden, so we'll definitely hit Stockholm, and there was another site in Sweden someone wanted to do, so I'll have to, if they didn't post it on the...
Copenhagen?
Copenhagen, yeah. In fact, actually, Copenhagen was on the short list for today. I almost did... it was between Nice and Copenhagen, or Nice and Dublin, and Dublin won in my head. So, but yeah, Copenhagen is definitely on the list. We'll hit that one. Man, that is just that paint scheme is beautiful. Look at that for a while. Someone on here said Schiphol to Athens. Okay. FSX downloaded on your SSD? Yes, it is. Right now, the Steam stuff all runs off my solid state drive. So, FSX and all the add-ons stuff all run off the SSD. Jose, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. Yeah, again, say if you guys are suggesting anything in Europe to North America, it's not going to happen anytime soon. So. Brian Grant, if you want to join Teamspeak, type in !Teamspeak, and the NightBot will give you the link to the details of how to join Teamspeak. 172. Yeah, that would take a while, and we'd run out of food. I'm not familiar enough with the British airport ICAOs. What is EGPE? I know EGLL is Heathrow. Yeah, Swiss Alps. Yeah, we'll definitely get those if we do Innsbruck. Yeah, that's a fun area to fly over.
GPE is in Scotland. It's Inverness Airport.
Inverness. I was familiar with that one. I've heard of it. I think it's about it.
First time hearing of it.
Aren't you from Captain Mike's channel? No, I'm Moose. I was referring to Captain Mike a second ago in that he helped me figure out how to do the speed, altitude, heading stuff for the stream, which I haven't set up yet. So it's two different
mics.
mics.
You figured out how to do it?
Yeah, a guy named Captain Mike has a YouTube channel, and he had it, and I messaged him, and he messaged me right back within like an hour, which is awesome. And I said, "Oh yeah, it's this program here." Sweet. So, you guys gotta get it set up now in the in OBS, so I'll talk to it, but it should be cool. Oh yeah, we'll have to hit Manchester at some point for sure. I'd also like to do a, in fact, maybe I'll do that once I get to the CRJ, is do a flight from somewhere to London City. Because that's a fun airport right in the heart of London there. Yeah, we will definitely, I've got planes with KLM livery and Lufthansa livery, so yes. Do a flight for years and then didn't do it. What was the flight he said he'd do? Girls tennis from your school is going to Fresno. Oh really? Brian Grant, are you you remind me, are you you're Bay Area, right? You're up by what do you call it? Stanford area, I wanna say? Palo Alto? I'm remembering that correctly. Your PFD on 737 has a red cross, like crossed out.
Oh, you mean the flight director?
Well, you said red. This is magenta. I've never seen it red. I would say if you say, yeah, that's true. Are you saying a red cross or red X? I guess that would be a difference. Never seen red cross. I don't know. PFD on 737. I'm not sure. Is your stuff all configured? Like your IRSs aligned and everything like that?
Might want to pay on that one.
Yeah, right. No, we're not on IVAO. In fact, I've never flown an IVAO. I have flown in VATSIM, but I've never done IVAO.
I haven't heard that name in years.
And they're still around.
Is it not that popular?
It wasn't as popular as VATSIM back in the day. I don't know how it compares now. Alex Whiteley, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream, sir.
Yeah, that might be a texture problem.
Yeah, that could be. If it's operational, if it's working, like as you fly around with it, does it actually flight direct like it should, or does it just stay stationary? Because if it moves around like it should, then I would agree with Mr. Ike here that it's probably a texture corruption or something. Which, if that's the case, you might just try reinstalling the plane. That would be my recommendation. But what about it?
Yeah, the way you described it, though, sounds like it was flying from the IRUs.
Yeah.
Does he have it up to nav, or is it line or ATT?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, make sure your IRUs or IRSs or whatever you want to refer to them as. And here it's IRS. Make sure they're set to nav, not align. And I think it was. Oops. Yeah, or not ATT either. So check that. Make sure that you're not going too far or not far enough, because that may be an indication of it telling you you're in a different mode. Call it time.
Just along for the ride.
We've been on 1 hour. Who gave me one dislike?
I don't know. There's always somebody who dislikes something. I would assume it's somebody who's not here anymore, because if you dislike it, then, if you stick around and you dislike it, then that's not you. Pro Shadow Fighter, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Captain Callison, that could be too. If he's if you got a bootleg version, I can see that happening too. It's all possible. So tonight, after I do this, I've got our fantasy football draft. going to. So we'll see if I can possibly win again. I won 2 years ago. And I won the first year we did it, which was back in like 2005 or something. So the guy that used to be in our league, that was basically the New England Patriots of our league, the guy won so many times, decided to step out because he's doing like 18 different drafts somewhere else and can't focus on our league. It's like, okay. We're so sad to see you go. Yeah, I don't think you do, Raymond. I don't think you do. Pro Shadow, my break was fine. It was good. It was nice to do it, and it made me want to come back. So that was good. So Tom Kent, how's it going, man? I will say this weekend should be pretty fun. Actually, I've got, like I said, I've got our fantasy draft tonight. Tomorrow is just a normal Saturday, but then Sunday afternoon, I just saw on Facebook Castle Air Museum up in Merced, which is probably about an hour from here, is having open cockpit day at their air museum. And so I think I'm going to drive up there on Sunday and check that out. They've got a whole bunch of warplanes and other stuff, but they also have a VC-9, which was used as the kind of like a mid-level Air Force One, almost like an Air Force Two, kind of like the 757, but back when they were using the DC-9. So I think President H.W. Bush used it a couple times, and Reagan, I think, used it a couple times. So it's not the typical 707 or 747 Air Force One, but it's basically a DC-9 version of Air Force One. So that's sitting over there. So I think I'm going to go up there for Sunday, and then Monday, which is a holiday, I'm going to drive down to LAX and spend the day watching airplanes and being in weather that's much cooler than where I am now, where it's been 111 and 108 for the last few days. It's basically been triple digits since the beginning of July, which is unseasonably hot for Fresno. It usually is about triple digits straight for about 2 weeks in the summer, and then it hits it every now and again. But this has been ridiculous. It's just been sticking to triple digits forever. So I'm sure it's because the government has been spraying over here and all those chemtrails are trapping the heat or something. It's got to be. Brian Grant, no, I am not married. Paris to Rome. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Alright, hot airplane, we'll see when we get back. Spirit or Frontier, what will you choose? Probably Frontier, only because I've flown in them before and it was fine. I've never flown Spirit, so I have no...
I hate Spirit Airlines.
I have no opinion of Spirit, so...
Yeah, they tend to be one and done as far as passengers are concerned.
That's what I hear. That's why I think I would lean toward Frontier.
They charge for everything.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, but their base airfare is cheap.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
If you're just like making a quick stop and heading back, like with a backpack or anything, sure, Spirit Airlines. And their seats don't recline. You know, the first time I used them, I was actually, the person next to me and I were like actually looking for the button.
Yes, I will do Norwegian Air Shuttle at some point. I don't know if it'll be next. It depends on where we're going. Like, I'm not going to fly if I end up going Dublin to, let's say, Athens. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do, but let's just say I wouldn't fly Norwegian for that. But if I end up flying up to Oslo or something like that, then yeah, I probably would fly Norwegian. So, but I do have Norwegian liveries, so it can be done. Question: Delta, Southwest, or United? Delta. Between those three for me, Delta. And I would fly Allegiant. I understand their maintenance record is what it is, but at the end of the day, Allegiant flies out of my airport, and they started here actually. They started in Fresno originally. They're not based here anymore. They're based more in Las Vegas now. But when they first started that, in fact, when I was first doing my pilot training, that's when they were first kind of getting going back in the day.
Oh yeah, you did say you had pilot training.
Yeah. a long time ago.
What happened with that?
Time and money.
Right.
The killer of most things. But no, I was doing my pilot training, and at the time I was first few years in college, and my car ate it, and I needed ground transportation more than I needed air transportation. So the car cost took precedence. So, and then after that, it was student loans and low-paying jobs, and it just, you know, it's always been hard to go back, you know, just for a number of reasons. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pro Shadow Fighter. I appreciate that. Favorite domestic terminal? I don't know that I really have a favorite domestic terminal. I haven't been in a whole lot of them, so.
I like DFW.
I do. You know what? That's a good point. I do like DFW. I flew in there for the first time this last fall, and it was actually really nice. I really did like that terminal. I'm trying to think. There was another one. Denver has a really nice terminal too. I haven't been there in quite a while now, but when I was there several years ago, it was very nice. Yeah.
Isn't that the one with all the conspiracy theories behind it or something?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Denver has all sorts of conspiracy theories behind it, but the violent mosaics. It's a real treat going there.
Oh goodness.
You sound like you've got some stories there.
Oh, I've been to Denver a few times. Been to everywhere a few times.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was thinking about the terminal question. I think I like Vegas. Vegas is interesting. It depends on, you know, really what your rating it is or what you're grading on. The new Detroit terminal on the south side is great. I'm not partial to it or anything. Actually, the LAX terminal, New Denver, or LAX terminal is nice.
You talking about the Tom Bradley or the
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very nice. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the area. But Tampa's cool.
Yeah.
Minneapolis got a great job.
Yeah. Minneapolis is great for walking too. I'll tell you that. I got my exercise going from one terminal to the other over there.
Yeah, you just don't know the shortcut.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind. Minneapolis was actually a pretty nice airport. I enjoyed Minneapolis.
Not to change the topic, but did you read that article about how Delta's got a problem getting captains with their MD-80s?
No, I did not.
Yeah, a new hire got on in January. He made captain of the MD-80s in July.
Oh wow. Oh goodness. Are you guys? What's your? Are you guys phasing those out yet, or what's the plan?
Oh, they're on the outbound, but it depends on what we need and how long they're gonna stick around. It's like how we kept wanting to phase out the 700.
We also had those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the price of fuel and everything, it's still economical. Plus, with our need for freight aircraft.
Right. Yeah, I believe Delta's got a 7-4 that flies out to Tokyo Narita from LAX that I've seen before.
Yeah, that's one of our long hauls. Detroit, New York, all doing the Far East.
Yeah.
Or as we call it, the Pacific Theater.
There you go. Yeah, well, and guys, the MD-80s, I mean, you talk about an old, inefficient airplane. I mean, those guys have been around forever. I mean, Americans getting rid of them like hotcakes, replacing them with the new 737s. We had an American MD-80 that flew out of Fresno for years, and finally, within the last, I think it's about 6 months now, it's been and steady 737. It was kind of like a hit and miss between the MD-80 and 737, but they basically made the swap over complete now for here, you know, so.
And Mark, we refer to them just as that series in the 80s. We don't get technical because it's in the same pay band.
Yeah.
They'll have a lot of 717.
Yeah, they have a healthy amount.
Yeah, we do have a healthy amount that we picked up cheap, real cheap, which was really nice because Southwest jettisoned them.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, they bought what, Air Trainer or somebody that had the 717.
Yeah, it was like that.
That makes sense. Yeah, there's a, in fact, in the evening at LAX, it's like every other flight coming in is a Delta 717.
Got
Why
that
not?
feed.
That's right.
I don't see a lot of
You don't see a lot of what?
Delta EIDW.
Oh.
No, that's a long haul plane. We don't use them in the U.S. And domestic needs. And American is, of course, reconfiguring. They got America West or U.S. Air, so they've got a bunch of these divvying out.
Captain Kellison, you got to do the exclamation point and write out Teamspeak, not just TS. I'm assuming that's what he's doing. I'm not I'm not 100%, but that's the best I could figure. I'm aware of Spring Hill Suites. Yes, it's at. No, I didn't watch Letter Channel. I'm convinced they misnamed RV. It should have been called Boomerang. The way it came into landfall, went back out, and came back in again. Or that. Waterfall. Oh yeah, no, don't copy the whole thing. Just, actually, I guess that worked. Yeah, you can just type in the hardware thing. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get back there at some point. Yeah, man. I could stay in the U.S. the whole time and just keep going and going and going. I want to get to the long haul though before my fall started, because otherwise it was going to get harder and harder to do that. So. And a lot of people will want me to go to Europe, so don't worry. We'll go back to the U.S. at some point, and we'll hit some other airports we didn't hit before.
You know what we ought to do?
Yeah.
Was digging it. Cruise schedule. So if you want to fly like a real cruise schedule, that we can do it in the Northwest. Post that.
Yeah, do that. That would be an interesting thing.
Like 3 or 4 days a day.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was talking about doing. You know, you do a Saturday when I've got all day, and we can do hop kind of thing. That'd be fun. What's my favorite PMDG aircraft? Let's see if chat can answer that for you.
Pretty sure you only have the 747, right?
I'm flying the 737 right now.
Right.
Duh.
I'm gonna shut up.
Another one along here, right?
Yep. No, I have the 737, the 747, the MD-11, what else? There's another one I have too. Oh, I have the J41. That one I don't fly very much because it's a prop, and it's also a whole other animal. We'll break that out though and do a flight in that some of those times. There's another PMDG though that I had. I don't have the 777. Oh, and I have the DC-6, which I haven't really flown that too much yet either, so that's going to be prepared. So, but yes, 747 is my favorite PMDG.
How's P3D going?
It's going. I'm getting more and more used to chase plane. That's the big thing right No, Brian, I've not actually met Tim in real life. He lives over in Chicagoland area, so it's a bit of a drive. So, but if he ever makes it out here to the West Coast for one of his flights, then we'll meet up.
Yeah, I just selected my November schedule and have a LA turn on there.
Gotcha.
What's your favorite destination?
You talking to me?
I assume he's talking to you.
Yeah.
You know, actually, it's pretty much everything's a Runway at a hotel to me now. But I think for a layover city, we've got two really sweet schedules. One is Dublin, of course, the JFK Dublin run, and the other one is last year we had a 72-hour layover in Kona in Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Epic Gamer, the people that are talking are the people that are on Teamspeak. So if you want to join Teamspeak, you can do so. Just type in ! Teamspeak, and the NightBot will give you the instructions to get you set up. You will obviously need a microphone in order to talk. I think that should be fairly obvious, but you never know. So if you don't, then obviously just keep chatting away in chat. But yeah.
And also, if you come on Teamspeak, another hand is make sure you turn down the YouTube audio because it's like a 7-8 second lag. It'll screw you up.
Oh yeah, good point too.
I have.
Was that a you have or you haven't?
What?
Oh, I thought you were answering Brian Graham. He said, have you ever flown to SFO?
Oh yeah, several thousand times.
Yeah.
I got 30 years in. I've been everywhere, I think.
Well, the flight's good. We're at cruise level and no bumps, no bangs, as they say. So I consider the flight's going pretty well so far. All right, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Wild Cheetah, thank you for subbing. If your name doesn't pop up, then it's probably because your subscription settings in YouTube are set to private. So if you want to fix that for the future, you can do so by going to your settings. But thanks for letting me know, so I can thank you that way. Yeah.
You get past the seatbelts now?
You know what? Probably not. Nope. Poor passengers. You are now free to move about the cabin.
From airline.
That would be in the country, so.
Actually, Brian, I don't think I've ever done a O'Hare to San Fran run because I'm not O'Hare based.
You're Detroit based, I assume, right?
That's correct. Though everything seems to be originating out of the internet.
Yeah, we're in Teamspeak in Livestream Room 3. So you got to get to Livestream Room 3. That's the chat room we're in. Okay.
Delta is Atlanta, JFK, and Detroit, right?
Well, that's some of them we've got.
Salt Lake
Atlanta's
City.
our headquarters, JFK, LaGuardia, Detroit, Minneapolis, Salt Lake City, LA, Seattle, Honolulu base closed as Centurion, and Narita.
Which runway for what, Brian Grant?
28 left or 28 right.
I know, right? That could be a lot of places. I assume he's talking about SFO, but I'd like to clarify it. I don't know if it's really...
Well, it depends what you're doing, whether you're taking off or landing.
That's true.
Coming out of SFO is kind of fun because you turn right and head up towards Oakland.
they had a 380 from Seattle to Detroit.
For who?
I don't know, that's what I'm curious about.
Who are you on, Sean? Sean? Whatever.
Oh, that was good.
From Seattle to Detroit?
Technically, that would be illegal.
Wait, what would be illegal?
Why?
Because that's classified as a fifth freedom, and I don't think we give a foreign carrier a fifth freedom in the United States.
Oh, you mean having, I see what you mean.
Point to point within the United States is a ticket.
Right.
I feel like Emirates has one though.
Yeah, they do that. I mean, you know, like Qantas will fly into LA and then go on into New York, but they're not allowed by law to sell a ticket to the LA to New York thing.
Right, so it'll be Australia to New York.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That may have changed, but I think that's still in effect. I think pilot union would have yelled about that if we would have heard about it. You know, the 330 is possible to do that because of the people who operate the 330 in the U.S.
Right.
What are you trying to fix, Brian?
I think he's talking about a head rush when he went during takeoff. Or something. I'm assuming it's a head. He said hef, but I think he meant head.
Wild Cheetah says just deal with it. No, my mom, she uses earplugs and apparently that really works for her. But I don't know, everyone's different.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what a head rush is.
I want to meet the guy that drew up the approach blade for Dublin, because holy crap.
Just like landing in Middle Earth, only with a different accent.
Well, yeah, there's that, but the weird end around things you do to. It's a goofy approach system, if you ask me.
It's actually not that bad. I was in there. When was I there? Last week? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, you weren't there that long ago, because I remember you talking about it.
Yes, it's nice. The controllers are very good there.
Oh, that's good.
The pressure in the head. If you got a cold or something there, Brian, it's deadly to fly. It's just totally uncomfortable.
How do pilots deal with that?
I don't know. I just never had that problem. If I've got a head cold or something like that, I try not to fly. But one of the things that I've heard works from some of the staff in the back is you take a small washcloth that we use for a hot towel service, go figure, and get it wet, put it in the microwave, get it hot, or the oven. We don't have microwaves. Put it in the oven, heat it up, put it in a cup, and put it over your ears. I mean, you're going to look like a goofball, but it still takes care of the congestion.
Hey, if it works, what the heck?
Yeah, first officers will buy anything.
As a pilot, is it easy to like have other pilots cover for you if you can't make it or something?
What do you mean? You're gonna miss the flight?
Well, not necessarily miss, like maybe if you 12 hours ahead of time you find out, like, oh, I probably can't make this or something.
Well, it's not hard for me because I've got a lot of people that will be favors, but normally you don't do that if you're a professional. You know, you generally fly your schedule, but you can't put it up on the board if it's like a week out or something like that. You can put it up on the board for a trade. And I never really have a problem dumping my trips since they're nice trips. I mean, you know, if I was doing like Fargo, North Dakota, it's kind of hard to dump.
Yeah, I could imagine.
You get to request your destination?
They bid them.
Yeah, we bid them. The airline will publish a schedule packet about maybe 60 days out, and you look at it and you choose what you want to fly, and it's based on. In the old days, it was pretty much 3x5 cars, but currently we've got a bid system that allows for 125 different parameters that we can put in. What we want to fly, what we don't want to fly, what time we want to fly, what time we don't want to fly, who we want to fly with, who we don't want to fly with, what airports to serve. You can plug all that in.
Is seniority a factor in the bidding process?
Say again?
Is seniority a factor in the bidding process?
Oh yes, it's all based on seniority.
We got a lot of feedback.
For me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by feedback? Like mic to
You
something?
have noise. Like, it's better now, but...
Is that better?
Probably
Yeah.
Brian's head.
Might just been the same audio here. I'm guessing maybe. Oh, you know what? I had my phone up to my headset too, so I was looking at something that maybe anyway. Now that I think about it.
And flying into the sun all afternoon, that would be fun.
Yeah, right?
You can put that on your schedule, by the way. On your bid package.
Flying into the
Flying
sun.
into the sun.
Yeah, eastbound flights in the afternoon and westbound flights in the morning.
Oh.
Interesting. Do y'all have any problems? Do we have meal service today?
Yeah, I think so. There was,
Does Ryanair even have meal service?
well, no, I'm sure Ryanair doesn't. I'm sure it's snacks. It's all single class, so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they took all the galleys out to put more seats in.
Yeah, they fit like 100.
Wow.
I think PMDG will let you put 170 some people on the 737 with no class, with single class. So yeah, I'm sure there's no galleys back there. You're lucky if you find a restroom back there.
You know, Cheetah, to answer your question, what my favorite place of all times depends on what the circumstances are. You talking about flying or vacation?
Oh no, he said plane.
Oh, plane of all time, 727.
That was a good looking plane.
The true pilots in the plane too is very fun.
Did it still need a flight engineer though?
Yep. That was well, it's one of the it's part of the equation for why it died is because if you can not have to pay a third crew member.
And feed a third engine.
Right. And a much less fuel efficient engine compared to the one nowadays. It's cool. Although I do love the sound of those old JT-ADs. They were fantastic.
Yeah, it was converting kerosene into noise.
That's right. It did it very well.
I thought they had like some kind of noise dampener installed sometime later.
Yeah, they put hush kits on them, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any tri-jets are coming out anytime soon.
No. Wait a minute, not.
You know, the plane I'd love to fly, get my hands on, is the old Trilander, the 3-engine, 3-sip smaller plane.
Tri-motor?
No, actually I flown a Tri-motor.
Oh, okay.
Don't count those two, but the had 3, I think it's like Boeings. It had one mounted on the vertical stabilizer, and they were used in Scotland, I think.
There. Oh. Interesting. What'd you call
I'll have to Google.
What'd you call it again?
I think it's a Trilander.
Tri-lander.
It's an
I
island.
mean, I know about the Yak 45.
Yeah, that's a great beer.
Oh yeah, Trilander. Britain Norman Trislander. Trislander. That's
I
interesting.
Yeah.
said Yak 45, I meant Yak 42.
Yeah, engine type Lycoming 0540s. Interesting.
I guess they had some of the shortest stage lengths, flight lengths in their schedules, like 7 minutes between 2 islands.
Oh gosh. Yes, Kramer, you are correct.
It looks like an angry scorpion.
It does look like an angry scorpion. Yes, it does. Top of descent is going to be in 349 nautical miles at 1852, so about 40 minutes. Give or take. Actually, yes, Kramer, you're correct.
I
Yeah,
actually thought we were
go ahead.
going on here.
You what now?
I thought we were going to have like a couple more people try to join on the Teamspeak.
Yeah, it sounded like they were looking at how to, but I don't know if they just couldn't figure it out or what.
I'll leave if you want to. You
Yeah.
flying tomorrow?
Yeah.
Be here.
Yep. I'm not sure where I'm flying to yet, but I'm flying.
I'm flying DuPage planes.
Where is it? DuPage?
DuPage.
Oh, DuPage. Oh, DuPage. Okay. Is it DuPage or DuPage?
DuPage. Dumpage.
DuPage. Okay. Is that? Are those both in? Where is DuPage?
It's about 10 miles west of where?
Oh, okay.
First time I'm hearing of it.
It's one of our reliever airports for corporate travel.
Gotcha.
Actually, McDonald's Corporation bases their airplanes out of there, and Sears, and Exelon, and a lot of the corporate.
Huh. Interesting.
You know where Boeing bases their airplanes out of?
No.
Seattle.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, really? Interesting. Yeah, well, because their headquarters now are in Chicago. Did they move? Well, their corporate headquarters.
Yeah, the corporate headquarters actually just kind of right across the street from the Union Railroad Station, the old Ford Salt building.
Oh, okay.
Got a great gift shop.
Gotcha. I would hope so.
Yeah, if you want Boeing swag, you can get it there.
Always looking for Boeing swag.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. How much time? Well, so top descent's about 40 minutes or so. We're supposed to land at about 1922. So we're looking at about an hour 10. An hour 15. Hour 10 to 15. Update. More 15 kilometer. I don't know what that question means. Is it like more cowbell? Big cowbell.
That was funny.
I do like that. It's good. Will Ferrell and what's his name? Shoot. Christopher Walken together. It's bound to be good. Alright guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Yes, Killing Energy 8, it is a flying moose. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see. Or once every few days. Depending on how you stick around. I went back, I was watching, before I started live streaming, I did a YouTube video of what I kind of do, my procedure for learning how to fly new airplanes in the sim. And I went back, I was just looking at some highlights of it, and there's a place in it in the middle where I actually crashed, and not really because of anything that I did screwed up, but because the autogen decided to be stupid. And I used a taxiway in Fresno that I'd never used since like FS98, and so it actually crashed because the wing clipped it. And so I went back, because it wasn't live, I went back and added in like a full-on like crash comical sound to it. It just cracked me up last night when I was watching it. I almost forgot that I had done that.
There was a controller on that sim, I want to say Boston, but I was going out of the years, not years ago, but maybe last year or 2 years ago, where he had actually the sound effects of the crash fire rescue guys going out if somebody did a bad landing or Boston.
That's good. Oh, it's funny. High wing versus low wing. For small aircraft, I prefer the high wing because it gives you a better view out the window of the ground and be able to see stuff. I mean, obviously it depends on how far forward you're sitting on the wing in the aircraft, but I mean, from experience, I've only ever flown personally the Cessnas, which are high wing. They're nice planes. I do enjoy them. Sure, it's so. I would hope it's boneless. That would be horrible. Yeah, it's like a chicken Caesar wrap. It's got bone-in chicken in it. Oh, that'll surprise you.
Yeah, I was thinking about when you were talking about visibility and everything. Did you ever hear of the Optica?
No. What was that?
It's like it was a wild airplane. I'm not sure where I don't know, I think it's the UK, but it looks like they took a blast from the front of like a Bell 47 and parked it in front of a ducted fan.
Gosh, killed the Optica?
Yeah, OPTICA.
What? It's an airplane, right?
Yeah, it's an airplane. Fictionally.
I type an Optica and I get all this stuff about glasses. Oh my gosh. What on earth?
Echo L7, I think is a model number.
Oh, what?
Had to look at it. Kramer Late Night ATC is pretty much airport theater center, but yeah, you generally don't chat a lot during the day.
Yeah, I imagine. This is hilarious. I'm not sure this one away because that's funny.
I'd like to have one of those.
Yeah, I would too. You'd definitely make a statement, that's for sure.
Isn't it? I thought it was illegal to have conversation with ATC, or maybe I heard wrong.
That's probably not illegal. It's just frowned upon.
Well, on VATSIM it's illegal.
No, we all know VATSIM sets the standard, huh?
Yeah, but no, late night. You can do all sorts of. I mean, as long as it's legal and you're not saying anything totally goofy, but 9 times out of 10 is business or aviation related, so it's in that borderline thing.
Yeah, so here's this airplane that Tim is talking about. You'll see it up on the live stream for those of you who are on Teamspeak in a little bit here once the delay kicks out. But Golf, yeah, right. Golf Bravo Oscar Papa Oscar is its registration for this one here. But yeah, it looks like it's a giant ducted fan just behind this cockpit. It does. It looks like a dragonfly or some kind of weird insect. And wow, the delay on the stream today is really long, man. So anyway, just thought you'd like to see that. It's quite interesting. Yeah, quite a delay on the stream. What am I going to do at 2,500 subs? I don't know. I don't know.
Go for 3,000.
Go for 3,000, yeah. Go for 5,000. Go for 1 million subs.
Right now, baby steps.
What'd you say?
Baby steps.
Babies, yeah, exactly. Just baby steps. Yeah, I know. I mentioned that earlier that I know Ryanair uses a very, very low cost index. I'm sure that I'm just used to using my 80, so that's what I do. Yeah, they use like 6 or something. I think what's it use? EasyJet, I think, uses a similar. All the budget guys use very, very low cost index. It's all about saving money.
Southwest do that.
How does Southwest do it?
Yeah, I mean they do like they've got like super bags, they still got cheap flights.
Well, they're counting on, unlike Spirit, they're counting on the return customer. So they're just trying to load the plane. They're enticing you with their cheap fares and cheap this, and then just cutting their costs everywhere else.
Actually, the success of Southwest is predicated on not getting maximum utilization out of their aircraft. If you've ever watched a Southwest turn, it's like a pit stop in Indianapolis. Get them on, get them on, get them out. And they have a commonality of fleet, so they got 737s. I mean, they've got within the family they do, but they still have a lot of common parts, so you don't have a big inventory problem.
Yeah. So keep that airplane in the air flying. It's making money. The longer it's on the ground, the more money it's losing. So.
Well, think of it like the old saying that airplanes are like mother-in-laws if they're on Earth. You gotta get a room shot.
Yeah, it's true. I do.
Are you reading the comments right now, or the chat right now?
Yes, I am. Talking about pouring buckets of water and ice on my head.
Nope, just ice, a solid block.
Oh, I missed that one.
We have anti-ice.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Turn that down. Take your bucket and go. Ice bucket challenge nonsense. It's just a waste of time. I always loved that how that came about too. It was like, I mean, it started as a whole idea to donate, but then people just, oh, it's cool to, you know, I'm doing the ice bucket challenge. Okay, but are you donating anything? Because otherwise, it's doing absolutely no good.
Actually, they did make a lot of money. Was that for ALS or?
It was, yeah. So hopefully, people were actually donating. I know a lot of people got criticized for just doing it and not donating. It's like, yeah, that was the point, was to donate.
Gotta pay the price.
That's right. Hot airplane, probably Frontier, only because it's their maintenance record's a little better. And I've flown Frontier before. They're pretty nice.
Frontier's changed.
From when, so I have a time period.
Oh, the last 6 months going to ultra-low carrier, ultra-low airfare there was a hitch.
Oh, I got you. Well, then maybe not. Jumbo Squishies donated $2. Well, thank you so much for putting the jet fuel in the tanks. I appreciate that. That'll get us far. No, but seriously, thank you. I don't mean to belittle your donation. I just thought it was funny. $2 worth of jet fuel.
What
Get
airline?
you a photo.
Where did they go?
Who?
Allegiant. I've definitely never heard of them.
What do you mean, where do they go? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, they're based primarily out of Las Vegas, so they're over here on the West Coast. In fact, today, as I was, was it yesterday? I saw them take off from our airport. They do a flight from here to Las Vegas. But they go. I've seen them in LA. I've seen them obviously in Vegas. I think they do some flights up to, I want to say, Seattle. But their main hub is over here in Vegas. I think they have some kind of presence or hub over in Orlando as well, I would say. I think I've seen them over there.
Allegiant is pretty much a vacation airline, and they don't fly from major cities, or I should say major airports. They fly like in our area and then fly to
Yeah, there you go.
Smaller cities to vacation destinations like Vegas or Orlando, and their frequency is not like a major airline. They'll fly on a Tuesday, Thursday schedule for Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, with the returns and the following days. It's just really interesting.
Yeah. Jumbo Squishies, by the way, thank you for the additional $5 now, as if because the 2 wasn't enough, I guess.
Wow.
But thank you so much for that. I appreciate that very much. So yes, I hope you've subscribed too, by the way. But thank you so much for your generosity. I very much appreciate it. Uriel Fur, we're up in the air. That's what's up. But hello to you, sir. And Mark, to answer your question, yes, we were talking about Allegiant. King Poet, good to see you, man. King Poet, what are you doing asking where I am? You know where I live. You're down the street in Visalia. You're not far from me.
I think he's trying to tell you where we are in the flight.
Oh, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We're somewhere. We're actually just exiting France here. We're crossing over the mouth of the English Channel as we head. We're going to skirt basically the kind of the edge of Great Britain and then head up into Dublin. Yeah, that was it was a lot of fun reaching 2K last stream. So hopefully soon we'll reach the 2,500 mark, and I think the next milestone after that we're going to set to be 5,000. So it'll take a while to get up to that, obviously, from 25, but that'll be the next big mark to hit. But we're moving on up slowly but surely. I appreciate the support, guys. I really do.
Are you specific about heading back to the U.S. from Cuba?
Jumbo Squishies donated another $1.50. Good grief, dude. I mean, I appreciate it, but make sure you're not using like your mom's credit card without her knowing, right? Like, don't be doing that. Make sure it's your money. Make sure it's your money. What I was saying is I don't think we're going to fly from Heathrow back to the U.S. We'll do a different airport to change it up. So when we do decide to go back to the U.S., jumping off point will be different. So we might do like Schiphol or Frankfurt or Paris.
Dubai?
Who knows? Probably not Dubai, because that'll make for a really long flight. Well, if we go back to the East Coast, it might be. But yeah, it's possible. I just know we flew. I did, because I'm thinking of it in terms of when I flew back from Israel, then Tel Aviv to LA, and that was 14. Actually, it was about 15 minutes. That was long.
Sim or real life?
What was that?
Sim or real life?
No, that was real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was real life. No, the longest flight ever done in the sim would be Atlantic Crossing flight. I've done it a number of times. The latest one being the live stream, obviously. But yeah. Kyle, hey, welcome back, man. Haven't seen you in a little while. Good to have you back. Jumbo Squishy's good. I'm glad you subbed. I just want to make sure. Just make sure. All right, Jumbo Squishes, you got to go. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again on a future flight. Time till landing is... as soon as I leave the cockpit, that's what happens. About an hour. Just about an hour. Maybe just under an hour, actually. 1921 or so. 1925. Okay, so I don't know. Goes up and down as the winds shift a little bit. Oh, believe me, I think we all can forget about Spirit. What are you looking at?
The charge for check bags, the charge for carry-on bags. It's crazy.
You know about Spirit?
Yeah, Spirit.
Yeah. That's insane. That's why when I that's why I like traveling by myself. I travel light so I can do just carry on. I try not to check anything if I can avoid it because it's just an extra hassle. Obviously, when we went to Israel for 12 days, there was no getting around checking that. But that was all.
No, my last flight, checking in was actually cheaper than paying for a carry-on on Spirit.
Well, yeah, because you're flying Spirit, you pay for the carry-on. On most carriers, you don't pay for the carry-on. This is why I try and do it that way. Piotr Droz, this is hello. Seeing you fly the Tupolev 777. What?
Wait, what?
He's making things up. This is, I think, Armored Gaming was the same guy that was always calling the 737 a 777 just to get people killed.
Probably find a goat on a Tupolev aircraft.
You probably would, and a yak, and borscht.
Oh boy.
Harry Cartwright, how's it going, man? Good to see you. So we are about 197 miles from top of descent. So we're getting pretty close. Let's check the weather, shall we? In Dublin. 260 at 6. Oh, good. Well, that'll make good sense for the runway. And
You doing real world weather, or you got a camo?
no, it's real world this time. I figured we're not that. I mean, we're about 4 or so hours off of actual time in Europe-ish today, and so I thought I'll just do it real world weather, even though the time difference is such. It's close enough. So yeah. So actual current METAR will work.
Mine says 2 hours.
What was that?
Mine says 2 hours.
That's interesting. That's yeah, weird. I don't know why I wouldn't update.
Probably that same trick as I did, where I paused the video and I couldn't figure out why the plane wasn't
wasn't moving.
where it was actually like delayed.
Oh, like
30
way
minutes,
delayed. Yeah. Juan will be in Dublin when we get ready to push back tomorrow. Because Juan only pushes us back. He doesn't do anything else. We have other people for other things. We got David Copperfield is the guy that brings us in because he's always floating.
Oh, you named him too?
No, I just came with that just myself just now because he's always floating. I'm not really naming him that, but I figured it was appropriate.
Well, that or Liberace.
Oh, that too. We'll have to. I wonder if you could. I wonder if I could change the textures for him. Put him in like a white sparkly suit. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, we're not going to travel the autopilot and dive the airplane 90 degrees down. For one, we would just instantly overstress the aircraft and die.
Hey, Moose.
Yes.
Hey, do a barrel roll.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Of course, Mountain Aviation. Of course. One deserves more screen time. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he'll get himself into an interesting situation again. Juan's college fund is doing better today. We got some donations today, so yeah, if you feel so inclined, that stuff will go toward either beefing up the PC or other add-ons for the sim. All basically different ways of increasing the experience here for the channel. Also interesting, I just got notified by YouTube that I've hit their magic $100 mark for the first time ever. So I've actually getting paid by YouTube for the ad stuff, so that's pretty cool. Once I verify my bank account, it's now waiting for them to do it. It's happened with PayPal too. They give you the option to verify it instantly by doing it where it log into your account for you and verify. And it does all that. It asks me for the special code that the bank sends me. I give them that, and then after 5 minutes of this nonsense, it goes, it failed. You have to do it the other way. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll do it that way with YouTube, and did the exact same thing. It went through all the rigmarole, gave them all the codes they wanted, and then it come back, oh, it failed. You have to do it the other way. Like, does it work for anybody to do it that way? I have my doubts.
PayPal worked for me.
Well, it worked when I did it, when they put like the small amounts in your bank account, and then take it back out. You tell them what the amounts were, and they go, okay, good, we verified you. But that worked. But then you have to wait, 2-3 days for them to do that.
Oh no, I mean the PayPal login with your bank.
Must be my bank is stupid.
Oh, but just taking it back, that's awesome, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, cause that's gonna be my consolation because it's gonna be a while until I get my my YouTube buttons. I think the first one you don't get until you hit like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. So that's obviously gonna be a while.
Can Armored Gaming donate his kidney?
You can, but you're in charge of shipping, and I don't know where I would put it because I have 2, so I don't think I.
I mean, I would say sell it on the black market first, and then donate to me. I think that would work out.
That's a cleaner transaction for me, to be sure. I don't deal in spare human parts, so. Well, I don't have the the bus 330 as you put it, so at the moment I'm unable to fly it just because I don't have it. So there's that. Yeah, Barcelona to Paris would be an interesting flight. Or Madrid to Paris either way. Down to the Iberian Peninsula.
You have Iberia livery?
I don't know actually. Excuse me. That's something in my throat. I don't remember if I have Iberia for the 37 or not. I don't think so.
I think them and KLM, those are my favorites.
Oh yeah? Any particular reason why?
I think the blue is just really nice.
Okay, so the livery is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Probably like the old Korean paint job then.
Right. That's a lot of money.
I will look it up.
Yeah, look up Korean Airlines because it's very blue. Sitting to the inner core. Are we referring to the core of the Earth?
Oh yeah, that does look nice.
I don't have an airplane made of unobtainium, so I don't know where that would very well.
Oh snap.
Oh, nicely done. Alright, Armor Gaming.
To get your messages deleted.
Oh, he keeps putting like airplane symbols all over the place. I'm not sure why. I saw it before NightBot squashed it.
Hey, speaking of things being squashed, did you see that they're pulling the EasyJet from the cockpit videos off YouTube?
I have seen some of them. I didn't see the Poland one.
No, I mean they're pulling.
Oh, they're
licensing issue.
Oh, they pulled it. Oh, dang it! I was enjoying watching those.
Don't they get permission beforehand now?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Hence the pulling. Lame.
We have to look again. That was moderately entertaining
Yeah.
and scary.
Yeah.
No, Mountain, I am not aboard. I'm just like sitting on the sideline with my peanuts, making cheap comments.
That's why Tim is the peanut gallery. Someone back there.
Keep this up, I'll qualify for management pilot.
There you go. Farming Fever, no, at the moment we're just using Teamspeak, mainly because the quality is a little better. So I prefer Teamspeak over Discord. But it's free to get, so it's not like it's going to cost anything. So, yeah, Farming Fever, it's been a while, so welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Love the colors of the windows. It's very nice, very nice.
It actually is a nice texture. You using special sky texture or just...
Yeah, it's Rex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Landing is in about 50 minutes or so, I think. Yeah, about 50 minutes. 50, 50, not 15.
Yeah, we've been airborne for about an hour and a half now.
Yeah. You have to change your name there, Tim, to Tim, the cool guy that flies.
I have been called many things.
Hopefully more good things than that. What aircraft do you have? I've got a lot of aircraft. I've got this. I've got the PMDG 747, the MD-11, the DC-6. I have pretty much all the Captain Sim aircraft minus the B-52. So that would include, the 737-200, the 57, the 67, the 777, which I don't think I've hardly ever flown the Captain Sim version of that. The C-130, the 727. Can't believe I forgot that one. It's my favorite of the Captain Sim ones. Let's see what else I got. I have the Aerosoft A320-21 pack. And I actually have the FS Labs Concorde, the first version of it, not the latest release that they re-released. So I don't know that that one works on Steam or not. I haven't tried it yet on Steam. But yeah. Italy, Israeli, hello, or sorry, Ite, Israeli. Hello, sir. Welcome to the stream. No, we're not descending yet. We're still... we're 123 miles from top of descent, so we still got a little bit of time.
Hey, you should add a list of planes to the NightBot command.
That's a good point. I should do that, shouldn't I? I'll do that for the next flight.
Which is tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow at time unknown.
Whenever you feel like it.
Whenever I feel that's right. That's how I do things. No, it'll probably be late morning. This one actually ended up being later than I planned on it being because I had a side job I had to go help with over at one of the companies I do computer work for, and that took longer than I thought. So, but yeah.
Yeah, well, college football season's starting up, so Saturdays are pretty much gone for me now.
Who's your team you prefer to root for there, Tim?
Well, I'm a graduate of Michigan State University. I
Gotcha.
That's why I'm taking the plane tomorrow from DuPage to Lansing.
That makes sense.
Tailgating and then flying back.
Cool. That's something. Yeah, we've got my Bulldogs are doing their home opener tomorrow. In fact, they're retiring Derek Carr's number tomorrow night, so that'll be fun. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately, but that'll be cool to be there for. So yeah, we'll see if our Bulldogs really are any better this year now that we've got new coaching staff. But, yeah, last year we were terrible.
Glad to see the PJ Fleck, but not by much, but just team one with the University of Minnesota.
Yeah. And my Jags will be playing here in the next, I guess, next week or so when the NFL season starts back up. We actually won our last preseason game, so that's nice. Nice bookend. We won our first and last preseason and lost the middle two, so. Go either way.
Yeah, the Bears rolled over and died against Cleveland. I love it.
Oh, that's not who you want to roll over and die to.
The Bears.
The Bears. I'd do anything for a big cup.
Love that Saturday Night Live.
Yes. No, in fact, I did a Halloween costume for I think 2 different years now. I went as Bill Schwartzky, the super fan, played by it was Chris Farley. No, it wasn't Chris Farley's character. It was the other guy. And everyone just assumed I was going as Mike Ditka, which was hilarious. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Put that up on the screen. Where's my Google Drive?
Yeah, Mountain Air, or Mountain Aviation, I don't think we can come up with a return date for getting back to the U.S. The Moose, they're still talking about it. There's still a lot of Europe to fly through.
Yeah, we just got to. This is only our second flight in Europe, so yeah, it'll be a while. But yeah, no date has been set. I'll probably do it like we did with Europe. We'll just keep talking about, hey, it's coming, and then once a date suits us, or me, really, is what it comes down to. Then we'll give you a little bit of heads up and do it then. But yeah, it'll be a while. We'll be in Europe for a while, and I kind of like there was the suggestion of going down toward India and then over to heading over to the Pacific, the Tokyo area, and then Hawaii, and getting back to the States that way. And we might do that. That actually sounded kind of appealing. So there'll be an interesting way to go back as opposed to just kind of going back to where we came. So it's a possibility. But like I said, nothing's in stone, nothing's decided. It's all just conjecture at this point. So.
Cuba from Miami, that'd be kind of boring.
Very short, 90 miles.
Very short. Actually, we do a Andrews Air Force Base to Gitmo.
Oh, there you go. Gotta get those guys down there.
It's actually classified as a charter flight with the Department of Justice.
Interesting.
Got a lot of rates up there, but it's technically a DOJ charter.
Interesting. Here we go. Here's something. Let's see. This is yeah, there we go. All right. Get this over to here. Sure, we can pictures, gallery as it's called. Cuba JFK then. Okay, well that's longer. That's better. This will be good. You guys will get to see the infamous fan that's always making noise behind me too in this picture. I'm not sure if you guys want to see that.
Actually, snake service on an Irish-bound flight's kind of funny when you think about it. They're hot.
Snake service.
You want a snack, but you know, referring to the snake, then I was thinking St. Patrick.
Oh yes,
And
driving the snakes out. Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right. Let's see.
Dubai to Egypt. That sounds nice.
Dubai to Egypt. Oh yeah, that would be actually a pretty cool flight.
Depends on the routing.
Well, that too. Pretty hot flight, I guess. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here's what I was talking about. We were talking about the bears. This was my Halloween costume for one of the years. There you go. This is actually going as Bill Schwartzky superfan. I shaved off my goatee and left the mustache, got some glasses and a hat and the old-timey sweater. And then everyone just assumed I was going as Mike Ditka, which you can get there too. So
I'm good with that one. That's good. I like that.
Enjoy.
I like the Pratt & Whitney fan too.
Yeah, right? Same one squeaking behind me now. This is a 737 that we're flying in right now. Let's do a check here, make sure nothing changed. DW. And 250.26. Alright. 6. 25. Ten, 8, and
Carry the 2.
5. Yeah, right. Carry the 2, lower the 3. Start getting things set up here for the approach. Throttles run away.
Never know why you just don't pop that up.
I don't know. Habit. Just habit. Need to branch this. They segment the in Dublin off of runway 28. It looks like it's not just taxiway Bravo. It's like taxiway Bravo 7 becomes Bravo 6 becomes Bravo 5. It's weird. At least that's the way they have it mapped out.
Actually, what you're looking at is full points.
Really?
They'll tell you to hold Bravo 7 or Bravo 6. Or
Oh, that's why. Okay.
yeah, it's kind of Heathrow gets that way too.
Gotcha. Heathrow looks like they named a bunch of theirs. Like they look like fixes when I was looking at their chart. It was kind of goofy. Okay, well, that makes more sense. So it's Ascension. Clorox Bleach, yes I do remember you. Welcome back, sir. Noah thinks the NightBot is poop. So, okay. You're entitled to your opinion, I suppose. Heading 27. What's your favorite airline? You're asking me, I'm assuming. Right now, like I've been saying for a while, favorite one is Delta for the experience I had the last time I flew. So. Keeps texting me. Egg McMuffin. Actually, the Egg McMuffin is one of the few things at McDonald's I actually enjoy. I don't really do McDonald's very much because I ate way too much of it as a kid. So I just can't do it. It's a basic combo. But the Egg McMuffin and the McFlurry, until they like change the formula of it, it seems like it's not nearly as good anymore. It's like they add more air to it or something, which is weird. Not a fan. Alright, so we are about 24 miles from top of descent. And so let's go ahead and do our approach briefing. This is our practice. So current weather, as I just checked for Dublin, is winds at 250 at 6. We're going to be planning to go down to runway 28, so that works out perfectly for us. There is a few clouds at 2,500. Temperature 10, dew point 8, so we're still above the fog point so far, which is good. And altimeter is our QNH 1025, so we've set that already for when we switch to standard, switch from standard rather. For our approach, we're going to be taking the Vatry 1 Lima approach into the Dublin area, which requires us to come into Soarin fix at flight level 770, which is 7,000 feet, at 230 knots max. And we'll maintain that as we make a right turn and kind of come around this archway past Sivna, Sugad, DW704, DW705, and then we make a big left turn around the Kogax fix, which is actually for a different approach. We don't actually touch that, we go around it. And then aiming toward Sopec. But between that turn and Lampo, which is the last drop point, we go down to just above 3,000 feet and max 180 knots. And that'll take us into the approach, final approach for runway 28. And so at Lampo above 3,000 is our initial approach fix there. And we'll start our descent at 8.6 miles from the runway then, kind of standard 3-degree glide slope down. ILS frequency is 111.35, which I need to set that. Let's see here.
What am I being blamed for?
No, everything, you know that. I was popping the FMC up instead of looking down. Okay, so it is already in here. 111.35, 279, of course, is set in there. That's on. And we're going to be using flaps 30, which gives us a VREF speed of 148. And we need to reset our MCP altitude at this point because we're about to top descent. So we switch that down to 7,000. So that's ready for that. We lost the mode. Alright, so that is that. We'll go down on the for runway 28. And the runway should be dry today because there's it's basically for the most part fairly clear skies, just a few clouds at 2,500 rain forecast. So it'll be a dry runway landing. We'll be at auto brakes 2. We will exit the runway at roughly, back up here, probably Echo 6 will take us to Bravo, and we'll take Bravo all the way down to Alpha as we cross runway 34. Alpha will take up to Alpha Tango, and that will take us up to Gate 9 as part of Terminal 2. That's where we plan to park. We'll see how that shakes out. I've looked at the map and FSX as well. Fairly well, we'll hope. So that will be the plan there. Transition altitude today is 5,000 feet in Dublin, and the minimum safe altitude in the land area, which we won't really be hitting until we hit the runway itself, is 4,000 feet for us. But again, over the ocean is where we should be for most of it, so unless we have to go around, which, if we do have to go around, the go-around procedure is basically straight out 279, passing Gannett below 3,000 feet with a maximum speed of 220 knots. After Gannett, we make a right turn to the 278 radial off of Dublin VOR, and we want to be at Dublin at 5,000. From there, we will cycle back around to Lamco to make another attempt. Our minimums today is 100 barrow, and that is already set here as well. And I think that's it. Probably missed something.
Yeah. Well, it's sad, but if you're working two crews, one of the things you do is, if you're given the brief, is when you're looking at a chart or an approach plate, is you give the date of that approach plate so everybody can make sure have the same approach plate up.
Gotcha. All right, well, the approach plate here for today is dated 18 May 2017. So, there you go.
There you go. But you just do that as part of the brief.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, that's my list of things. All right, we're on our way down. We actually are descending with the VNAV, which is good for a change. So, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and ding the flight attendants here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've begun our initial descent down into the Dublin area. At this time, please return to your seats, and flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Turn the seatbelts up. So I discovered the file that provides that background mic noise was actually on my other hard drive, and I think that's why it was giving me some problems. When it's click on and click back off as it read from the hard drive, so I moved it to this hard drive and trying to see if I have any issues. So far today I haven't, so I'm like, it's working consistently.
That sounds good. And looks like Gemini Jet's back with us.
Ah, yes it does. Wonderful. You're back from dinner just in time. We are descending through 25,000 feet. Welcome back. Thank you, Akina. Hopefully we will have a safe landing. That'll work in a bit, but thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Double E's, you're always here. I've seen you a few times, I guess, but again, asking for mods, again, it's one of those things where I kind of shy away from giving it to those who ask for it, because it's one of those people usually asking for the wrong reasons. There's one power or something. It's scary. Anyway. Jack, hello sir, how you doing? It's an interesting icon there. I'm trying to figure out what that is. The little guy with a crown above his head or something? I can't tell. So while we're making our final approach here, we already know Tim is going to be heading up to a football game tomorrow. I'm going to be heading to an air museum hopefully on Sunday, and then going down to LA to watch planes. What are you guys doing for your Labor Day weekend this weekend? Any fun plans? You guys are any trips going, or just staying home and vegging, having an extra day off from school? Kramer, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, just like always on Saturday, probably late morning Pacific time, probably. Again, that's at my discretion, and depending on what comes up during the day. So that's always the plan. I don't know where we're going yet. I'll decide that tomorrow. Mark's going off to the U.S. Open. That's awesome. Gemini Jet's going to play FSX and Madden. Get back into football mode. Speaking of Madden, so I hear that, I haven't seen this myself, but I hear that the Madden game this year is like the Brady MVP edition or something like that, and to which I think then that just means he's going to like actually die. Like usually the person they put on the cover either doesn't do well or gets hurt, and you're going to make that big a stink out of Tom Brady, it's kind of like signed as death. Exactly. So kind of Kramer's going to do nothing. That can be very appealing sometimes. If Delta. Hey, how's it going? I feel like that's like the half a statement. If Delta, then. Or is it I fly Delta? Is that what IF stands for? Glad you're doing that. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get those up. We got to get that number up to 2,500. We're still cruising up toward that number. Oh, infinite flight Delta. Okay. All right. At least you can explain it. Some people can't even explain it. David, we're descending right now, so we're landing shortly. We should be landing just under half an hour from now. About 25 minutes. We're crossing through 15,000 feet.
Get your flight time?
15,000. I usually throw them on at 10, but I can throw them on. Because
yeah,
you do them at 18.
16. Yeah. Between 10 and 16,000. It's just easier to do it than when you get into Indian airspace.
Indian airspace?
Yeah, that's where like the Cherokees hang out.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Never heard of that before. That's awesome. flying to Dublin this Christmas. So that's cool. Do you have just general vacation, or do you have relatives or family or friends there? Land in SRQ, and I'll give 2 thumbs up. SRQ being what exactly? But you're really going to Paris. What? Now I'm just confused. Yeah, he's AFW Spotters has been on my stream a number of times actually. Good guy. I don't know him personally. I mean, I know him through YouTube. Which direction is the airport? Roughly kind of straight ahead. We're actually going to hit this first waypoint here, and then we kind of do this weird dogleg curve around, and then turn around again, and then head into the. It's a really interesting approach. Yeah, so it's an interesting approach. Yeah, roughly speaking, it's ahead of us. Let me zoom this out. So yeah, so runways, yeah, airport's right here. So just a little to our 11 o'clock, and we're going to come up and around and back around again. So. Wheel of Fire, is that a? Here in Connecticut, is that are you referring to Pat from Wheel of Fortune? Is he retiring? Or are we talking about something completely different? Alright, hot airplane, we'll see you in a bit. So Mark, if you live in Connecticut, you should come to Flight Sim Con this next year. They're usually in June, so you just kind of missed the last one. But, I came for the first time this last year. Of course, I came all the way from California, so it cost me a pretty penny to go. But if you live there, it'll be nice and cheap for you. Wow, that's a really roundabout way of getting to Paris. Flying to Dublin to connect to Portugal to take a train to Paris. Wow. Okay. Where are you flying from? I don't know the Flight Sim deck. I don't think I've had really much interaction with him. I've been on his channel and chatted with him a time or two. I'm pretty sure he lives in California, like up in Sacramento, so he's not that far from me. But I don't know him. I know of him. I've watched some of his stuff. He's got a good channel. Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, you're leaving from Atlanta. Okay. So you couldn't. So you're leaving from Atlanta. They didn't have a. It was cheaper to do it. I'm guessing it was cheaper to do it that way than flying a little more direct to Paris. I'm guessing. That's fine. That's quite the roundabout. But you do what you got to do. I mean, I drove down to LA to fly. I could have flown out of Fresno, but it would have cost me like $400 more, so I didn't have to do that. No, thank you. Just decelerate this instead.
So you slow at 10?
Yeah. Well, he did slow, and then it's, yeah, I think he's slowing the descent rate because it's a can, because we're still a little ways off, so he's just trying to do it, I guess.
That's probably a crossing restriction on the next,
well, we're supposed to be at 70, at 7,000 at the next one, so just making sure it's not going to stop at 10. Like, when I first looked at the speed tape, I thought it was trying to get me down slower, and that's why I leveled off, but I think it was for other reasons, so. Because we were actually below our speed that point.
Yeah, when you were talking about football, it piqued my interest, because you get all the college football charters for a Saturday game for Friday.
Yeah.
Because the NCAA rules, you have to be in town 24 hours before kickoff. And I was just looking at the charters in the South Bend, and we got a charter coming New York, LaGuardia to South Bend on a 717. I'm trying to figure out what that is. At a football charter.
Going into cloud. Out of cloud. Back into cloud. Ooh, bumpy in here. Little turbulence. I think the stream I'm watching my own stream to make sure it works and stuff. I think mine got behind somehow because I noticed it was taking a long time. There was a lot of lag between what I would do and what I would see. But then when I posted up that picture, you saw it relatively quickly, Tim. So I'm guessing I'm farther behind for some reason.
It's all voodoo to me.
It's all voodoo. Alright, coming up on our first waypoint, and we'll maintain 7,000 now until after passing DW 705. That kind of will start on down to 3,000. Start to do our end around here. Yeah, it is pretty, right? It's a nice evening. I love evening. It's my favorite part of the day.
Yeah, Mark, Delta does have A321s.
Hey, another subscriber. BubbyXGooM90, something like that. Thank you for subscribing. Kind of a mouthful of a name, but sure. I don't know. We'll be in Europe until we've seen all that Europe has to offer. Flight sim wise. At least all that. But yeah, no, we'll be in Europe for a while because we're gonna hop around all kinds of places. There's a lot of places people wanted us to go. There's a lot of places I want to go. So we'll be in Europe for quite some time. I don't know exactly how long, but it'll be.
Oh, great movie is on.
What movie?
Life and Time of Judge Roy Bean. I can hear it in the background.
Here in the background for your
in my house.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's not on here.
Paul Newman movie is great. Probably my favorite Western.
Oh, nice.
Smoker stereo cockpit. You know, one thing you ought to do is we use the no smoking sign now for the stereo cockpit thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going through 10, you'll hear us flip that.
I got you.
I got you.
That was interesting. Oh, Cryptic Pilot's listening on his mobile, that's why. Hey, Cryptid, how's it going, man? You just in time for landing.
Yay. 500.
Mark Dayton, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. We're just outside the UK at the moment, landing in Dublin, Ireland.
Also, now you're in DC.
Searching for my pot of gold. It's around here somewhere.
Only thing I can imitate that accent for you.
That's good. Sun peeking through the clouds there. Circle around the water. Oh, there goes encrypted. Nice back.
Actually, the first time I flew into Ireland, working on the flight, when we broke through the clouds, it is the most intense green I've ever seen in my life. It definitely lives up to its Emerald Island.
I had a friend of mine that went to Dublin, went to Ireland, but spent a lot of time in Dublin a few years ago, and she said, yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, no, I personally have never been to Ireland. I've actually never been to Europe. Closest I've come to Europe is Israel. Tim has been to Dublin and many other places in Europe, I'm sure, considering his career.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
That's right. Yeah, autopilot is currently engaged. We'll disconnect it in a little bit, but for now we're.
You get the nav radio? Get the nav radio set up?
The oh, down here. Yeah, no, I did not actually. What is the? That's right, because that's the one that fools me. It puts it in on the FMS, but it doesn't put it in here.
It's kind of good to have them in the your nav display as well, because the number 2 will give you your distance DME to Dublin.
Right.
Have you flown a DME arc to an approach?
Not on the stream, no. I have done it. I have done it a time or two in the past. It's been a while.
Yeah, Bozeman's got a nice one this winter. We'll have to do it when it's like nasty out.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. When maybe it's cold outside.
Well, I can show you the trick on how to set up the DME arc. Actually, there are 2 ways of doing it.
Okay.
Also, there's a great trick for setting up the river approach, the visual river approach in
DC.
Reagan, yeah.
Yeah.
And setting up the FMC makes it a whole lot easier for the crossing restrictions.
Oh, cool.
I love watching sim pilots do that one.
I bet.
Though you did do a nice job going to the knees. That's kind of like going into Reagan, only left instead of right.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
Let me get to the beautiful one.
What was that?
Let me get to the boot up on my PC.
Having trouble understanding if they're encrypted.
I'll be on my PC shortly.
Oh, there you go. I understood that.
We'll see when we're taxiing in.
That's right. Alright, we're about to head down below 7,000, so we'll just scoot this down to our next restriction of 3.
In transition altitude?
5,000 feet.
that's one of the tricks in flying real world or actually advanced into is you ask that question, so it cues the air traffic controllers thing, like, you know, you don't want to say, hey, did you forget about me, but you just say, like, you know, we're level 7.
Yeah.
Fine tour of the Irish Sea.
What was that?
The fine tour of the Irish Sea.
Exactly. It's very wet.
Go visit the Lusitania.
That's true. That's true. Lusitania. We actually have, it's my mom's side of the family, I think it is. When they were getting ready to, I think they were buying their tickets or something. One of the family had come to, they'd made their way as far as England or somewhere in that vicinity, and to come to America, and they actually saw the Lusitania in port at one point, and they wrote about it, how fantastic a ship it looked and the whole thing. So it's kind of cool reading that letter. Going, oh my goodness! Oh, of course you are. Now we can understand you.
It's actually my headset for once.
Hey, what do you know?
Though I can't plug my headset into my phone. Attention air passengers, we're going to Ryanair flight number 322. Into Dublin, Ireland. Well, I hope you had a nice flight in Dublin on down.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm back.
Bloomsbury.
I'm gone. Hot airplane near post is a contradiction.
He said that he's home. He corrected himself.
Oh, I see.
He said Gome.
Oh, Gome. Yeah, okay. I glanced at it and I said Gome. That makes more sense. Well, good to have you back, hot airplane. Good to have you back. Okay, we're coming up on transition altitude here. Let's switch back to altimeter. Teamspeak user 1. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Hey guys, it's me.
Who's me? I'm gonna give you a big hit. How about you change your name so we know
I never
belong?
know.
Wait, what was that?
You may never know.
I think we'll figure it out.
I'll change my name to something more familiar.
You should have your name set to a name before you come in here in the first place.
Or we just don't care.
Or that.
Yeah, we could just meet you. Oh, sandwich.
Ah, sandwich. I thought you sounded familiar. It's IFR right now because we're flying through clouds, but the weather clears up below 2,500.
That's a rookie mistake.
That's a rookie mistake.
Calling it IFR instead of IMC.
Oh. Whatever you put. What the? That's interesting. It's a strange floating block. Oh, there it's gone.
Is it? I thought IMC and IFR were exactly the same.
Well, if they were exactly the same, there wouldn't be two different names for it.
The dreaded DX light effect.
Yep.
It's the big monolith from 2001.
That's right. Cue the whoa.
That was goofy. That was really a goofy thing.
Right.
When you talk about noise abatement, you're singing again.
Yeah, sorry.
Coming up 10 finished up the localizer?
Yep, almost.
Is it active? Not yet.
Oh, yeah. I don't care extremely much because it's 11:35.
Well, we're 2 hours and 20 minutes en route.
Runway in sight.
Big black thing.
Well, the black thing's gone, but yeah.
So how long is it taking you to get to 2,000 subs?
Well, I started live streaming and I had, I think, 320 maybe.
How'd you get those?
Well, no, because I had a YouTube channel for about 2 years before that, just posting videos occasionally. So it's not like I didn't start live streaming from scratch. But so from that point is when I started garnering a lot of subs, and that was at the very end of May when I started live streaming. So that's how long it took to get to 2,000.
I just got up to 53 yesterday, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Nice.
I'm over 170, so I'm happy with that. I want more people though.
You always want more people. That's
I got 2.
Aw, you gotta get some love for Tim. Although he doesn't post any videos, so there's a reason
Duh.
there's too.
Tim, you should be one of those pilots who does like the flying and stuff.
He is a pilot.
How annoying that is.
You realize that that's what a pilot is, flying and
I know.
stuff. You're talking about
Recorders
making.
while it does it.
You talking about making videos of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you didn't say that, does it?
Yeah, but that's going to go away rather shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, unfortunately.
Have to start watching
Mark's-
porn really soon.
Mark's saying he has 50,000 subscribers, whereas checked and he has 65.
Yeah, it's got high hopes.
And the gear is down.
Gears down, down green. Flaps 25.
Green, 25. And the auto brakes are set. We're looking good. And runway in sight.
Once, and coming up to flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
Flaps 30, green light. Yeah, the ILS never went active. That's interesting. Although I do see the identifier. I don't see any of the.
Yeah, it is weird.
Handiandel Jerome, some or other. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard.
Did you move the frequency over to the active
Yeah, I did.
part?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I double checked it to make sure. So, yeah, I don't know. I see it like it's showing up here. Of course, that's just from the FMC.
I'd be willing to bet they changed it, and the
Yeah, I think you're
Microsoft is using the old.
Yeah, you're probably correct. That.
Thing's 10 years old.
Oh, I know. Too good player. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard.
Or there is a database that will update your base base Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff to the new frequencies.
Oh, really?
Like VORs and things, yeah, and identifiers.
Oh, I should check into that because that would be helpful.
Your manual, right?
Yep.
50,
Okay.
30, 20, 10.
Go. Reverse. So you guys have to let me know how that compares to a Ryanair landing. 'Cause I don't know. Stage out of brake. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the differential brake just kicked in? What the crap is going on? Stand by. Fighting the airplane. Stop it. Brakes are being stupid. Okay. Brake problem. That was fun. Sheesh. Alright, well that part might be like a Ryanair landing. Brake that sticks. Alright. Hey, look at that. Echo 6, just like we thought. Beep, 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 beep.
I love it when a plane comes together.
Are you transmitting my clearance in Morse code? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Lighting lights off.
And the strobe can come off.
Yes.
I think you lost the taxi light.
I think it's not quite dark enough for it to show up very well. I think it's on. At least it should be on. Oh yeah, it's there. Just very dim. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Put the flaps back in. Oh, Tim, you can answer this. Someone, in the very beginning of the stream, when I was getting things set up, I don't think you were in here yet, or maybe you were and just weren't saying anything.
I was lurking.
You were lurking, okay. Made some comment about the flaps supposed to be down during the outward inspection of the aircraft, which I don't think is correct.
Nope. Nope, they're up.
Didn't think so. All right, good deal.
That was me, crazy.
That was you? I didn't remember it saying. I didn't remember it saying cryptic pilot there.
You might want to go back through chat.
I'll have to go back to chat. Just trying to.
Because I always thought they put the flaps down because you got a seat up inside the flap itself to make sure upside up there is good too.
Nope. 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 There's a flap problem. The mechanics will look at it, but during the pre-flight, you're up and.
I know pre-flying an aircraft you look up there.
And besides that, yeah, if you got flaps down, you're going to stand a good chance of somebody running into them.
Yeah, there you go. Like a Three Stooges thing at the airport. This is Dublin, guys. We just landed in Dublin, Ireland.
Your taxi light's not on.
Taxi light is on.
We had this discussion.
Watch the apron there.
Ooh, magic.
Magic. Take that, encrypted.
Oh, different lighting effect.
Yeah, the landing lights are a lot brighter like that. Alright. Oh, there's what's her name's? Irish airline. What? I'm blanking on the name.
Aer Lingus.
Aer Lingus, thank you. There you
I like their paint job.
go. Yeah, it's a cool paint job.
Green white with a giant shamrock on the tail.
Mm-hmm. Lucky four-leaf clover.
No.
Actually, you're right. I think it's a three-leaf, isn't it? So,
Yep.
not so lucky. So don't fly Aer Lingus. You'll probably not make it.
They're a good airline.
I know.
They are.
I'm not kidding.
They're the only reason why I want a good payware Airbus A321.
Flying Squirrel, welcome back. Yeah, stream is getting ready to end. We're just taxiing to the gate at the moment, so you missed the flight, unfortunately.
You got traffic 12 o'clock?
Lingus, yeah. I'm not sure why he's not showing up, but maybe he's on the ground.
No, I was just curious who's going to make the turn, but it looks like he's going out.
Oh, yeah, no, he should be going out.
Zoom in on it. I want to see it. Zoom on the Aer Lingus.
This is gonna work. Nope. Nope, it's gonna be way too slow. It doesn't zoom quickly.
It's like a big white Tylenol with green.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that one. across?
Yep. Nobody can work this way. There's your Aer Lingus, though. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I should probably tell them we're coming to the gate. That would be nice. Woohoo! Gate 9. Ryanair. Okay, stop. Loads in all the GSX stuff. Nice flying swirl. Hope you have a good flight to LAX from PDX. We're gonna go left here. Head up to our gate. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we are just arriving at our gate here in Dublin. Want to welcome you to the Emerald Isle. Thank you for flying with us today, and we hope you'll fly with us in the future. Please remain in your seats until we're stopped at the gate. And as always, have a wonderful evening.
What happened to your PA special effect?
What do you mean, what happened to it? Oh, it's delayed for you. You're not gonna hear it unless you're listening to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was like, what do you mean you it did it for me? What are you talking about? But I hear that in my headset, so yeah. Yeah, that's a yeah, you're not gonna hear it on Teamspeak, unfortunately.
Let's go ahead and push those throttles up to Toga.
Let's go ahead and not do that.
Yeah, and your takeoff power setting, by the way, we don't say toga, we say takeoff power.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't use toga in takeoff.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
At least he's not floating.
That's true. Amazing.
CV parks is just too short to use the jetway again.
I think he is. Oh yeah, he is. Yep. Jerk. It's a medium.
Have you ever...
It's a medium place too. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Fast, but whatever. The other one was small. I understood that one.
Have you ever played with resetting the jetway and stuff?
As far as like the points on the aircraft, or?
No, the GSX. The whole parking thing.
I've played with it once, and it's not enough to really know what I'm doing. I should look at that a little closer and see if I can get that figured out. It's
Yeah, actually, I played with it and actually got it to work.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. All right, let's get our wheel chock set. Oops.
Yeah, turn the cockpit dome light on.
Yeah. Bloop. Alright, we got ground power connected, so we'll go ahead and switch to ground power. We'll turn the packs off since we're on ground air. And we'll chop the engines. BK, come
And
off.
2 hours and 34 minutes in a row today.
There we go.
Don't turn your AP bleed air on.
What was that?
AP bleed air on?
No, because I'm not using the APU.
Oh.
Using ground air. Turn seatbelt signs off. Fuse off. Lights already off. That's good to go. Anti-collision's off. Loader can stay on. That's fine. Oh, turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some food, munch on some munch stuff now.
Munch on some
I'll be in screen 2 if you need me.
Munch on some munchy munch?
I'm hungry.
Alright.
I'm sorry that Ryanair's budget was too cheap. I couldn't afford the peanuts.
Okay. Hey, you know what we can do? Because we don't have... We can use the air stairs, because the gate's not going to work. So, haha.
Hey, what do you think they do when the when the jetways are broken?
Yep. Well, they use outside stairs, but yeah.
Same thing.
Yep. Well, I've got them built into the plane, so I don't have to tell GSX not to use the jetway, which is nice. All right, let's tell them to start deboarding. There we go. And then I'll hook up to that. All right. Well, we are here at the gate. We are shut down, and thank you for coming along with us. It was a good flight. We had a good landing, except for the one little brake mishap halfway down the runway where the one brake decided to lock up, I guess. That was weird.
Brake failure, it happens.
Yeah, it does. So it was interesting. Anyway, but thanks for coming along. We're glad you were here. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button before you leave if you haven't already. And don't forget you can donate, and we will be streaming tomorrow, probably late morning Pacific time. Not entirely sure yet, but also not entirely sure where we're going to go. So if you still like to request a location, we'll be flying from Dublin to somewhere in Europe. So you can put that in the comments in this video once it posts here shortly, once I end the stream. Or you can post to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, one of those, and make your request down there, and I appreciate hearing from you. So from all of us here in Teamspeak, we'll see you later. Thank you to those of you who joined me on Teamspeak today, namely Captain Tim, of course, Sandwich for the end of it, Crypto Pilot near the end, and that other guy that I can't now remember. It's like IFX something or other, I think. Anyway, he was here. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Been a pleasure flying with you guys today. Appreciate the questions and the banter and the fun. And I will not be here tomorrow, so that should be a draw for everybody to come and watch the screen without me. But I'll be flying King Air over to Lansing to watch the Spartans play. So welcome to my Saturdays. It's been a great time. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks Tim so much, and thanks to all of you for sticking around and supporting the channel. Look forward to continued support. It's been fun. I will see you all guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.